Can't wait till the morning. But I promise I won't rush on you. Can't wait till the morning. I'll take my time on you. Screaming, I got you screaming. I got you screaming. I got you screaming.
Shorty, tell me what you need, tell me what you need. Shorty, meet me at the room, yeah. Number 2410. Baby, come by when you're ready. Leave the door unlocked for the ice and the Henny. Number 2410. Shorty, meet me at the room, yeah. Number 2410. Baby, come by when you're ready. Leave the door unlocked for the ice and the Henny. Number 2410.
Can't wait till the morning. But I promise I won't rush on you. Can't wait till the morning. But I swear I'll take my time on you. I got you screaming. I got you screaming. I got you screaming. I got you screaming.
You know I hate to wait. I need you right now, right now. Tryna see how much that she can take. I'ma have her screaming loud, so loud. Face down and up. Promise you won't fall in love. Cause we both know entanglements get dangerous.
She wanna know how I feel, she wanna fuck with a real one. I put something in your tummy, now you all in your feelings. I put you in Gucci, you gave me that cookie. Put you in Prada, girl, I ain't no rookie. I see you looking from a mile away, from a mile away. Life's too real, we don't waste time. Keep it all that you got. I'm all in my bag, I'm all in my bag.
Number 2410. Baby, come by when you're ready. Leave the door unlocked for the ice and the Henny. Number 2410. Shorty, meet me at the room, yeah. Number 2410. Baby, come by when you're ready. Leave the door unlocked for the ice and the Henny. Number 2410.
Can't wait till the morning. But I promise I won't rush on you. Can't wait till the morning. But I swear I'll take my time on you. I got you screaming. I got you screaming. I got you screaming. I got you screaming.
When you come around, I want this for real, so don't let me down. This is nothing basic, so I hope you're ready. This time when you chase me, I'ma let you catch me. No, I won't fight, no objections from me this time. The mood is right, do whatever to me that you like. No downtones, no danger zones, just alone with you. A wet dream with ice cream, a movie scene with you. I'm ready, a movie scene with you.
Shorty, meet me at the room, yeah. Number 2410.
Assalamu alaikum, Hotep, Namaste, Jambo, Ashe, Shalom, Shalom, all the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light. I am Napah, and I'm here with my friend DJ Genesis. Say hello, Genesis, before they think I'm just pretending you're here. Yeah, she's here. You're muted. Damn.
I
guess
said,
she's not
what's
muted.
up, what's up, what's up?
Okay, so yeah, it just started. So hit the like button, come on in wherever you are. We're going to have a discussion. Our friend Dungqueesha will be joining us a little bit later. Before I get started talking about what we're going to be talking about tonight, I want you to look at the screen and see that Pastor Manning, the Pastor Manning.
Is that the cussing pastor that be cussing people out all the time?
No,
Okay.
not really. This is Pastor Manning. He is he's a candidate running for mayor in New York City. He will be going up against the Captain Tazariak of ISUPK, right? Israel School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Yes, ISUPK. So we will be doing this in May. This is going to be an in-person debate. So just stay tuned. We don't have anything going that we're going to be doing soon. That we're going to be doing online anytime soon, but this one is coming in May. So just showing you that, taking that down now, darling, because we have something to talk about. It's quite the topic in these YouTube streets. We're going to see, well, first we're going to find out what's submission, right? We got to go start from scratch. What is submission? We're going to discuss this tonight with the ladies. I'm going to come in here. Dungqueesha is going to come in, and so is Genesis, obviously. What is submission? And then we're going to find out who should submit in relationships. So let me just ask you this. We have a poll going, by the way. Should submission depend on who leads best in a relationship? That's kind of like, well, wait a minute. Is that a trick question? Because if they're leading, aren't they already dominating? Not necessarily, because sometimes you'll be doing all the footwork and making all the great decisions and doing everything, but you still will be in the background technically as a sub, but you're really doing dominant things and making dominant decisions. So who should submit, and should submission depend on the person who does the best leading? So that's what that means in that poll. So whoever can lead best, should they be the leader? Should they be the dominant? Or just because a person is male and has XY chromosomes, does that mean, okay, by default, he is the leader, he is the dom? So Genesis, thank you for being here. I'm just going to go right into it. What is submission? What does it mean to you? And who do you think should lead in a relationship? Who should be the dominant?
I believe
what's submission?
It changes based on what you're doing. I mean, if a guy is about to get into a fight with another dude, you should submit and stay back out of their business. But if you're trying to run the household and you know that the electricity need to be paid, you need to be dominant and say, hey, listen, we are running out of money. We got to do this and da da da. So, I mean, there's a time and place for everything. But to expect a woman to be just completely submissive is you expecting her to be a doormat.
Yes, there's that word.
Subjected to, whatever, I think that we're equal, and there's different situations where a woman should be submissive, and there's situations where they can't be submissive.
What do you mean by that?
What
do you mean by can't?
I'm the main one taking care of my household, and I know how my kids are,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If I know there's one kid that's more sensitive, I can't expect the guy to be able to come in and say, y'all need to shut up.
Oh, shit.
This child is a little more sensitive than that. You could just run in here and do that. And that's a conversation need to be had between you and your husband. I think that a lot of times it's like everything is all focused on what the male is saying and how he's saying. Everybody needs to just bow down. And that's not, well, he's the one working. Well, no, now women work too. and they're also taking care of the kids. And then if they're the primary person to take care of the kids, why should you be allowed to just come in like just bulldozing in certain
Okay,
situations?
so let's talk about that. So, you know, there's so many different relationships and so many different way people do love and do relationship dynamic, family dynamic. Okay, in relationships, that's what I want to talk about. What is your position, your from your point of view, how you see many men in especially in social media saying women should submit to us. Women should submit whenever you're speaking and expressing yourself or anything that they see you do that isn't favorable to doesn't favor them or please them. What do you think about men on YouTube primarily, of course, on social media, saying you're not submissive and trying to make that as if that means you're not a woman of value? What do you think about what's going on social media?
I will say this. I've seen a few panels, and I'm not going to talk about who the person is, but I'll see a person, well, I'm a man and I'm talking, you know? And so when I'm talking, you need to be quiet. And so it's like, okay, so you want, because when a man speaks, everyone needs to shut up, you know? Well, if you're saying something I don't agree with, I should be able to speak my mind and speak my piece. To expect a woman to just be quiet and acquiesce and this, that, the other, like you're taking away. Women have power too. I lean it to like a mama bear. People want to think about the male as being the dominant and the power, but mess with a mama bear's cubs, and the mama bear will be the most vicious, ferocious thing you ever seen, and will probably even scare her own male counterpart. The thing is that people want the women to be this like lily pad, like this butterfly that has no fangs. But women have fangs. All throughout nature, women have a viciousness to them. So why should we pretend like that women cannot be vicious and cannot like be equally as able to, like, you know, I don't know. We're not just over here like a bunch of like flowers that you touch and we just
Yeah. So let me ask you. So so do you resent when women are like put in this box where they say, if you don't submit to me, you are not a woman, or you're not soft, or you're a man, you're manly? What do you think about that?
I think that's insecurity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that all these men that are out here talking about how women are being too masculine don't understand feminine energy. Feminine
Talk on that.
energy is not just this docile thing waiting for instruction. I
Yeah,
don't know
waiting to
any like
serve a
thing in
plate.
the animal kingdom of a woman that is just sitting there just waiting for instruction, waiting to be told what to do. So why is it that human beings pretend like we're these things?
Wait, what does it say? This brother says, no disrespect, but y'all, I'm not going to summer jam this though. I mean, I can, because I want to understand. Y'all need Bible study. I know the Bible better than I know myself. So I'm still finding out some great things about
God's
myself.
glory, God's glory say that a woman needs to just be, listen.
He might know this. First off, this might not be aggressive toward us. So I can put it back up and I'll read the whole thing and then you can address it. But just remember, don't be like me and just assume it's something negative. But let me read it. I usually go, that's that Gemini and that Jim Beam. No, just kidding. Okay, no disrespect, but y'all need Bible study. Don't let anybody trick you out of God's glory or your role. God is kind, not cruel. He gives. Oh, I get it. Okay, now you can say. So I assume this person is saying that we have a role as a woman who's submissive. Okay, go ahead now. Now you can address it. Address it, please. Go ahead.
Okay, so what happens when the man is not there? And there's
I don't
another
even want to
man
go
trying
there.
to hold on, let me say. And there's
Yeah.
another man trying to dominate over that woman. Should she submit to
Okay.
that man
What?
as
Be
well?
clear. Be clear. Be clear. So first off, are you saying? Let me ask you from that question. Do you think women should submit to every male?
That's what I'm saying. Is that when you think they're not like being specific, they're saying the woman should submit to the man. So, I mean, is that across the board? Because when you go into other societies, it's pretty much across the board. Like women need to be submissive, period. You understand what I'm saying? So that
I'm
means
listening.
anything, anybody, you need to just put your head down, shut up, or we're gonna throw some acid in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow,
So,
calm down. Remember, we want to keep this video up.
right, my bad.
Okay,
But
go ahead.
that's what happens, right? So is that what we're like? Is that what we want our society to become?
And that
To
really
where,
does happen in many societies, especially Muslim, like Islamic, but all Abrahamic faith. Uh, it pushes women submitting, but the radical side is very scary. So, go ahead.
that's
I'm
how
gonna
far
let
it
you
can go.
go.
Like let's I mean, if we're gonna talk about it, let's not like just talk about it on like no sugary cookie cutter. I just want my woman to S my D when I want her to. No, that's no, it goes further. When you it starts off this and then there's like, the floodgates can open, right? But there should be a mutual respect of the woman's place and a mutual respect of the man's place. Each should submit to each other, yin and yang, at the proper time. It should not be a situation where one is always this imbalance. Where you have one constantly submitting, you're in an imbalanced relationship because eventually that thing that's submitting is going to be resentful at some point because they're constantly in a submissive low down place. And come on now, eventually they're gonna want to rise up. You know what I'm saying?
And
Rise
for me,
up,
but you know
be
what? For
my
me,
people, man.
if
They're gonna want to rise up.
right, I want to come in and say, for me, I am naturally submissive, but I'm also very intelligent, like the women I interact with. And being intelligent, I'm protective. I'm an activist for women. I'm an activist for even men who are abused. Black women usually do that. All women and men. I'm not just trying to exclude any Latinas or Native American women or Asian women, but I'm saying Black women usually are take the role in like protective because of our history with slavery. So we usually will come in and be protective. And when we see that our counterparts, I'm talking about Black men, when we see that hey there you are, peace. When we see our men are not protective and they haven't been providers, then we tend to say, okay, then we're going to take the lead. And then that's the problem I don't like, when they're not doing the right thing and we say, we're going to take the lead. We will submit when you lead correctly. They resent us and they're like, no, I don't care if I'm going to drive you over the side of a cliff and lead you incorrectly. You're still supposed to do what I say. So that's my issue. I don't see any. I used to be all about submission, submission, submission. But if you see me the last 4, 5, 6 years, I'm like, no, you do not have to be a doormat. You do not have to be a toilet, and you do not have to be a buffet. So peace, Queasy, Queen Queasy, and the hizzy for shoes out. My baby girl, my Queen Queasy is in here to
Hey,
talk. Speak on it.
hey,
I'm going to
girl.
ask you the question, Queen Queasy. So when we talk about submission, first I want you to give us a definition of what it is, and then I want you to tell us who should lead, who do you think should submit, and who should dominate in a relationship. So first, what's submission?
Submission denotes that one is superior and one is inferior. So we starting on the wrong track. If you really look at the definition of submission, it deals with one that is over the other. And see, we don't do that. And I won't even say African community because I know West African and the other countries, a lot of submission. So I have to go all the way back into antiquities. It's all the way back. And when you look at we're gonna just use ancient Egypt. When you look at what they used not this submission and domination, they used balance. Everything that we did in our civilization as Black folks back in antiquity, it was about a really balanced system. It's balance. So submission is something that we shouldn't even be doing anyway. And anytime you see Negroes that's begging and wanting submission, you can tell they lacking in their manhood. They lacking in what they should be doing, because it's not a good thing. Anybody that's balanced knows that you come in a relationship with love, honor, and respect. And there should be no leader. And this is how I break it down. In the outer side of the kingdom, that's the physical stuff. We know that the man is more prone to be superior in that area. So he leads in his area and we follow. Now we're more domestic in the inner parts, the more softer, the home front, socialization, we lead in that area. So when we lead, he should follow. So depending on what it is that's going on, if we know that he's better at weaponry, he's better at doing whatever he's building and he's doing his masculine stuff, as women, we just gonna naturally say, I'm gonna take the back seat and let my man do what he do. And when we are doing our things, when we teaching, when we're doing the things that we do as women, he needs to sit back and let us do what we do. And we won't have a problem. The problem is this, and then I'm gonna bounce past. The problem is Negroes wanting submission is the problem. What are you needed for? What are you lacking in your life that you would come out here on these YouTube streets trying to get the woman to submit to you? For what? Just let us love, honor, and respect one another. Love, honor, and respect one another. That's all you getting. And ain't nobody gonna submit to you all, period. It ain't about submission. It's about love, honor, and respect. And submission is a white man's concept. Balance is the divine Black man and woman's concept. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Okay, thank you. I want to come in here. Thank you for that, Queasy. We're gonna pick your brain a little bit more on this. I love your position. I love your strengths. And I want to ask you some questions about, focus on what's going on in YouTube first and social media. By the way, no one can come in if I don't, Genesis, don't let anybody else up on stage when I take them off, okay?
Oh, I didn't know you took them off. I don't know.
Listen, just, you have to show yourself before you come in.
He did cam up at first.
I need to see him.
All right.
Can you cam up for me? Thank you, Barack. Yes, and can you get your face on the camera when you come in? Because we're really strict on the channel over here because we've been having a lot of issues with people. So thank you so much for doing it.
I just recognize him.
Oh, okay, I don't know. That's fine. He's here and I appreciate him. I want to hear from him. I want to ask you this, Queasy, and I asked Genesis. We have some people on YouTube who are in groups called like the Manosphere, and they push red pill, meaning men just stop being so good to these women. In their minds, they say these women must submit. We have to be hard on them. I wish we could take it back to the days when we could lay hands on these women to get them in line. What do you think about that, Queasy? And then I want to hear from Genesis and then the brother. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, the patriarch is fallen. That's what we need to understand. The patriarch is fallen. Women are working. We're doctors. We're lawyers. We are providers. We're intelligent people. We're not back in the day where the man is taking care of us and we at home. We are out in the fields as well. So therefore, the patriarch is having a very hard time adjusting to the modern woman that's intelligent, that's more intelligent than him in most cases, can communicate better, can lead better. When you really look at businesses, when you deal with women that's leading our businesses, it's more cohesive. It's like a family unit. When we lead from a communal situation. When they lead, they on this a hierarchy situation, but then that's not important. What you asked me is what's going on with the red pill, them out there talking about we should submit, they should hit us, be able to hit us back in the day. This is a person that is completely out of control. This is a group of men that are completely out of balance, out of control. They don't know what to do. What you need to do, and this will fix everything. And I'm gonna bounce past right after this. What you need to do is focus on your divine purpose. And your divine purpose is to be providing, making as much money as you can, and to be leading. If you do it, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing in this society, then you wouldn't be focusing on a low vibrational field of wanting people to submit to you like you some God. Do what you're supposed to do, and that feeling of inferiority would disappear. You're lacking. You are lacking in just about every dimension in life. And this submission stuff is an ego boost for you. It's an ego boost. We're not boosting your ego at all. We're going to love you, though. We're going to love you. We're going to respect you. But we are not about to submit and let you run around in this society doing nothing just about. Most of y'all ain't doing nothing worth being submitted to. We're not going for it no more. And that's my message. My message is do what you're supposed to do. You'll feel like the man you need to feel, and you won't start being a parasite and pulling the strength of women trying to get us to submit so you can lord over us and feel good about yourself. Those days is over. The patriarch is falling. I'm done with it, sis. I'm done with it.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to say this
I agree.
real quick. Let me talk to you real quick about these people. I don't mind this comment because we can actually address it. I'm glad. But if you get disrespectful and it's on your channel, Genesis, you're going to have to make sure that your mods get rid of disrespectful comments, or we can't. Unfortunately, Genesis will not be able to share to her channel if you don't get rid of the disrespectful comments. I'm talking to your mods. So if you want to,
I had to step away because my daughter.
No, I'm talking to your mods though, because you have mods, right? I saw Nightbot. If you leave up disrespectful comments, because sometimes Genesis can't be, like she said, she can't always see you get mods so they can regulate. If I see disrespectful comments, I have to stop letting Genesis share because I can't delete the disrespect. So I'm not going to sit up on my channel and have disrespectful comments. Y'all hear me? So if you don't want it to be shared to Genesis channel, keep putting disrespectful comments, and then the mods keep leaving them, and I will definitely stop sharing it. That is for sure. So I said that, but I want to address Michael Perry with his disrespectful, misogynistic comment, because we're going to break down these strongholds, and then I want to go to the gentleman. Old women's talking points, laugh out loud. Hold on real quick. Who knows better, a young woman or a so-called old woman? An old woman, right? So you're afraid of wisdom coming in, being shared by a woman who has experienced life. You want little girls. You want 20-year-olds. You want women who will make mistakes, get coerced, ruin their lives, and be sitting up saying, God dang it, I wish I would have known this. So, yes, we're not afraid of you saying old women talking points. You're damn right. Because
if anybody address me, believe me, hand it to me and I'll handle it. So you want
No, I deleted it. I deleted the comment. So
no, I'm just saying it's not offensive to us. Listen, we're not getting they got the wrong ones. Yeah. We're not triggered. Wait, we're not triggered by that because that's a compliment. Because when you say old women talking points, you mean wise and intelligent, not a girl who you might knock her up with babies, walk away, and go find her friend, and then get her friend pregnant. Now they got twins that live across the town from each other. You know what I'm saying? So yes, these are old women talking points. So ladies, listen up to the wisdom and don't get caught up with these men who don't like taking care of their children. I'm going to move to this gentleman right here and let him weigh in. And you do not have to echo chamber, but this is a tough environment, sir. I'm just letting you know. I will always show you respect, but we're going to keep it real up here. I appreciate you coming in. What would you like to add? I think you're muted, friend.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
No, the only thing I try to do when I come up to these panels when it's women, what bothers me about the world and social media is I think sometimes the black woman is attacked the most. And I don't understand it. I mean, even with some of the like the MAGAs, like I understand, you know, you might be a MAGA, but you every time they attack the woman is usually a black woman. It's Kamala, it's Jasmine Crockett. It's it's always you don't do that to other cultures. And that bothers me, especially with black males, of course, when they do that to the women. Like I might disagree with you, but I'll never try to berate you or put you down because I disagree with something we said. Like that comment to me was, I mean, y'all didn't take it that way, but to me it was a little disrespectful.
It was disrespectful.
You
The
basically
comment is disrespectful, my friend. Let me jump in here. We don't. They want us to be hurt. They don't hurt me, and they don't hurt us. And even the go. I'm gonna let you have the mic back. And then the guy saying you're the thing about old women is we're not trying to get them to submit. Yes, you are, because I'm everywhere all the time, and so are all these so are these two other women. You want everybody to bow down to you, and you don't even know how to wash correctly. Okay. You don't even wash your sock. That's basic. Let me let this gentleman back up. So it is disrespectful, but they don't hurt our feelings. That's my point. They don't hurt our feelings. Go ahead, sir.
That's the thing, like about social media that probably bothers me the most is like when you disagree with people or they don't agree with your narrative, they start attacking you. And I'm really built for it, but I just don't really like it. I don't like if I like vanilla and you like chocolate, why do you got to call me out my name because you disagree with me? I don't understand that. And then I always go on the offense or the defense to defend the women, especially the black women. I mean, women, period, in general, but especially the black women, because I feel like I was listening to Malcolm X from like the 60s, and he was saying the black woman is the less protected, and it still kind of seems like that now. It seems like they're called ratchet. They called out their name. Somebody was attacking. Matter of fact, it was an FBA station. They was attacking Gayle King because Gayle is a little older, and she still believes she can get married. Because like when you get old, it gets harder. But they were attacking her and calling her. I don't get it, especially when they know like society doesn't doesn't have a lot of love for us anyway. And then you got somebody that looks like me that's attacking me the most. That gets under my skin a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. I just because I listen to Genesis and sometimes I come up a lot. I try to be cordial. I try to be respectful. I disagree sometimes, but I try to and I'm just basically gonna listen tonight. I'm gonna this is like ladies' night. I might even calm down and let you ladies.
Oh, you can calm down, but you can be up here. I appreciate it.
I'm done.
Can I speak to him for a second?
Yes, of course. I just want to say thank you for coming and telling the truth. Any brother that tells the truth about the black woman being disrespected, and any man who tells the truth, they want to remember, we don't respond, we don't get triggered, but they'll call him a simp. They'll say he's a beta. How about he's telling the truth and he's a balanced man? Any man on social media that is brave enough, a black man that's brave enough to sit up here and say that the black woman is getting mistreated, how could he possibly be weak when 90% of the men on the internet are attacking men like him? That's a brave thing to do. So I salute you. Thank you very much, sir. Go ahead, Dungqueesha, if you want to address him.
Hey, real quick, can we take off the poll because it's covering up their faces on the vertical?
Yeah, that thing right there. Yeah, I don't know
what did you say? You wanted to put that poll up.
Yeah, I did. We can remove it now because it's
okay. Yes. Okay. Well, what do we have? Let's see what we have. Excuse me. We have, should submission depend on who leads best in the relationship? And that means means who does the best, who's shown to be the best leader in situations. We have 50% saying yes and 50% saying no. Interesting. Thank you for participating in the poll. And we will now stop it. and hide it. Go ahead, Dungqueesha.
Yeah, I was just saying for you to be here repping for us as Black women, we need that as women. I think that it's a good thing that you came up and you were respectful to us and you said that you all agree to disagree, and that's fine. That's what these panels is about. Don't nobody want you to be a doormat and just say what we want. We the disagree to agree, all that's a good thing. But I just want to say to hear you just rep for us, represent for the Black woman is just good for my soul tonight, because I'm sick and tired of men online disrespecting the Black woman. I'm fed up with it. It is so demoralizing. It makes us feel bad. We have no protection because our own men are constantly attacking us. And I want to end it with this. I just want to say this, Napah. What's so crazy? What's so crazy about our community is that there is no other community, white, Asian, or Hispanic, that is having this gender war as aggressively as we're having it. I
True.
don't know why our men, why are they so angry with us when, because this is just my opinion, the lack of you protecting us has caused this ripple effect in the community. So you mad at us because you didn't do your job as the protectors and the builders. You're not doing your job. So you got us all out here bad as women. Well, we don't have you. We can see how much you love us by what you're saying about us online. So how can we trust you? How can we be soft and feminine? Even if we wanted to submit, how can we when we got the message in our mind that basically you don't give a damn about us? Because that's what we keep hearing. So I just want to say, brother, thank you so much for, being what can I say? Being a model, a role model for these men that's in these manosphere spaces. They can sort of listen and gauge from your wisdom. So thank you. That's it, Nepal.
Thank you. And
I have a
Genesis,
question
yeah,
too.
go
I
ahead,
want to
Genesis.
say this is that also it's not only about if when they don't protect us in the manosphere online, but it's actually bleeding over into the real world. I've seen women getting whooped up and men will just whip out a camera and film it versus trying to stop the assault happening. But I get it. Sometimes you don't want to get involved with that, But I've seen people just whip out and then just spectator report, right? And seeing a woman get whooped down.
Right. And then right here, listen. And then, so that means that you're absolutely right. If they're the men, if they're Black men taking out cameras, I've heard Black male leaders, content creators say, if I see a Black woman getting beaten up, I will not help her. So if you are saying that, if you're pushing that rhetoric and you are a leader on social media and in the media, then we have to protect ourselves. And that means that you are not dominating us. If if someone's attacking me and you don't jump in to save me, you are not qualified to be a dom. You're not the dom. I am now the dominant one. And you really are not relevant. You're not even the sub. You're just somebody that's not even in my circle. So that's what I just want to point out. That's okay. If you don't want to help Black women, don't cry about us not submitting. If you want to come in and say we're thoughts for what we wear, you want to call us unruly and we're trash and not worthy, we do not submit to you. You're looking for slaves, and slavery ended a long time ago. You better go enslave those, and don't even do this, because I'm for all women. Let me rephrase this. You already have seen that we're going to take it. So you're going to all these different countries and trying to find anybody. The white women are on to you here.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of white girls walking around. There's a bunch of white women walk around with babies with curly hair, and I can tell that they have black fathers. So they're on to you, and they're joining us now. They used to think, oh, I'm the preference, pink toes. Now they're like, damn, let me go talk to my black sisters because, oh, I'm sorry, please. Jenny Mai, all of these women in America and in the West say, oh, nope. So you got to go somewhere else, and you want to mess with them. So you want us to submit, but we can't submit because you're not protecting us. So if you want to cry on the internet and say, why aren't you submitting? Do something that we can submit to. Take care of your children, pay our bills, we're supposed to have a soft life. Yes. And join the other men who are taking care of their women in mass. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I know that hurts. I'm gonna pass the mic back to everybody, but how can we get under you when you're letting us get beat down? We can't. We can't.
Right. And then listen, another thing is communication is what we do as women. You have to learn how to communicate as a man to even mesh with us properly. You need to go to somebody's school or somebody's internet program and be taught how to really talk to your woman, not talk at your woman. They don't even know how to talk to us in a passionate way to get us to even tune in with them. You don't know how to communicate with us. You're not protecting us. You're not providing. You can barely provide for yourself. But this is how good the black woman is. This is what I feel. We will meet you halfway. We will actually meet you halfway. We understand the struggle. So let's just say you ain't making nothing except $35,000 a year, $25,000. We will still come together with you because black women, we still want our black men. We don't want to go to the white man. But y'all Negroes, a lot of y'all little maggots, you are, okay, I'm going to rephrase that. I'm sorry, shouldn't have said that. But all of you men.
The maggots.
Yeah, I was about to go there too.
We don't want them to think we don't care about them, so we want to be careful what we say. You're talking about the ones who want to see us get beaten down, but we're addressing the ones who don't want to see us get beaten down. Right. But just don't know better. But go ahead.
And what I'm saying is, I was saying that basically I had a point that I was making. I was
you said well, go ahead. You remember. Okay, I don't want to interrupt you.
So the thing is, this is the thing that I was saying, not communicating with us, not doing the things that we actually need as women, and we as black women, because we are faithful to our race more than you, we're willing to take on a situation that's not as favorable. I mean, if I saw a good black man and he was only making $25,000 a year, I'm not going to be happy about it because I'm going to want him to go ahead and move up in his career. But to stay with my race of people, I would be willing to dummy down a little bit and say, okay, I'm going to work a couple extra shifts to help you out until you can get on your feet and we can work together. We are willing to do that as black women. Other races, when they want you, they only want you when you're an NBA, NFL, when you got that moolah. We'll work with you. Now, okay, I'm going to say from my age group, the younger women, I will admit, they ain't going for it. The younger women, they ain't going for it. If you ain't got that money, our younger black women probably ain't trying to deal with you if you're not financially stable. But I'm just speaking to women that's 40, 50, 60.
And why should they?
Yeah. Why should they? But I'm saying that's how good we are as black women. We will actually help our men. We will. And so we're not trash. The way they dog us out, women ain't just women. We're good women. Just do us right. And you will see a whole nother side of us. It is in the black woman's nature to be loving, to be nurturing, and to be there for you all. It's in our nature. The reason why we had to turn into he-men is because of the situation that you put us in. You put us in a situation. Mm-hmm. You made us have to be hard. And most of us is sort of faking. We really just got a defense up. We're not
really that hard as we just know how to put a hard exterior on. And
Yes.
most men that got like some sense know that all that stuff is really just a hard exterior.
Hard exterior.
I mean, but but the thing is that they don't want to hear the mouth because they can't rebuttal it, and so they want to try to shut you up. And I wanted to say something to this comment. That's because the men that could do all these things are no longer choosing you. So you are left to talk about the
Who
lowest
is
of
that?
us.
Is that Wall Street guy? I want him blocked.
So
I don't have time for him. No, I need you to delete one of your mods to get him time him out for 24 hours or whatever. I'm not dealing with this guy. He has a whole wife and he's in here trolling us. He
so
said
he
he
has a
has a
wife.
wife.
This guy has a wife.
Yeah, he said my wife. Go find her,
Yeah,
sir.
talk to your wife,
Yeah.
sir. And the
No,
thing is
no,
that
don't use the F
it
word
kills me.
though.
Y'all
Don't use
always
the
keep
F
You know
word.
his
saying
wife don't
you're
want to
not
be bothered with
choosing
him.
you. You're older. You're this.
No,
You're
but
that.
they are
And
choosing us. But guess what? Let me say this.
F
They
outta
are
here.
choosing us because guess what's happening? I want to say this. I'm talking about what I see on social media, and that is the litmus. Unfortunately, social media drives trends. And the trend is to hate the Black woman. And the trend is to tell the lies about age and walls and value. Let me talk to you, sir. And I hope you're finding your wife right now. And I hope you can spend some time with her. Let me say this. There's something, a
He
trend
said he
called
was
the
just gonna hit
Y.
the link. He was
The
gonna hit the
Y
link.
ends, and I don't like saying that, but there's Y ends trying to find women that are in their 40s and up because they want women. We're women who are 40 and up are in high demand. And it's not I'm not saying love is love, do what you want, but I don't want anybody fetishizing women who are 40 and up because they want to a woman who is a cooking woman, a protective woman, a woman who, like you heard what Dungqueesha said, who'll take him for his $25,000, $30,000 a year job. They're seeing, wait, these are the quality things that I want out of a woman. And most young women, I'm going to hand it over to y'all. Most of these 20 something women, because you say women when they get to 30 that they hit the wall. So most of these women who are under 30 that you say are the ones you're seeking, they are learning from us because we're their mamas and their aunties that you're not worth shit, that you just want some young woman to mess her mind up, to walk around with her and show her off in front of your old ass friends who just want to keep on taking her to dinner and telling her that you buying her little those bags. And by the way, young ladies, stop worrying about somebody taking you to dinner and getting a bag. If you're trying to seek men out for their wealth, start businesses, okay? Buy homes and real estate. Since you think you're winning, buying me a bag and taking me to dinner ain't shit in 2026. Now I get back to this dude saying nobody wants us. We're not dumb. We're desired. The women 40 and up are the most beautiful women that have ever been since the beginning of time because we're taking care of ourselves and we're smart. So
We
we're
got
not
that
worried about that
wisdom.
old shit, baby. We're not. They need to stop the old thing. I'm so glad of my age
Oh,
because
not
now
the
I
old
see.
and the old and the fat shaming thing. Because I'm gonna tell you
We're
what,
not worried about it.
all
We're
y'all
not
be
worried about it.
most of these be pump faking online to y'all, pretend like they don't like big girls, but honey, in the still of the night, you know what I'm saying, and even in the daytime, they be hitting us big girls up and be wanting to get it in, so and be wanting to be with us and this that the other. Now that I get it, you know, because of pressure from society, they'll say, "Oh, well, no, I'm not. I don't like her," because other men pressure men based on what they think that the woman will look like. I believe that men pressure men based on like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? If the woman don't look whatever, they'll kind of give that dude a hard time, like, oh, why you with her? You know what I'm saying? Like kind of on some stuff. But on the
Yeah.
cool, like if they didn't have the external pressure, they'd be with half the women you would think that they wouldn't be with.
They love us. They love women. We're women. Listen, we're valuable. I let that get us off track,
Yeah.
but this is going to stop.
I
We are
think Wall Street
women.
Will, he was just here in the chat, but if you want to come up, you gotta like cam up to
Yeah, I got to see you. And I got to
Walking
at
Will, if
least
you
see
want
who
to
you
come
are.
up, you got to cam up. That's it.
At least I have to see you in the back because I have to make sure who you are, screenshot you because we have too many porn bombers, unfortunately. I'm not saying he'll do it, but let me say this. We are women. We're valued more than anything in the world. We are women. more than your money, more than your mama. Yeah, it's been proven throughout time. We're women. That's what we are, and we
Yep.
are great. You're gonna stop with this shit about age, now, and then when we talk about, okay, you're fine. We'll take somebody like Sierra. I know she's married to a powerful man. Sierra, she's gorgeous. She's over 30. She's drop dead gorgeous, talented. If you can't go by how she looks, you'll go straight. Oh, well, she's this, she's that. You just are mad that you can't either. You're mad because you can't be us, or you can't have us, and that's got to stop.
And
Okay?
didn't he still get cheated on? So here's the thing. People want to make it about looks. Oh, okay, you're fat, you're this, you're that. But all the most beautiful women get cheated on. Halle Berry got cheated on. Beyonce
got cheated on.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, like, what are y'all talking about? Trying to pretend like it's really about looks. No, men just don't. They're just out here and cootie cat. You know what I'm saying?
So what's really going on is this. You know how you really are out of balance and you're not doing what the divine creator has given you to do? So you idle. When a Negro is idle, he goes in a wee hour of the night, hit them porno sites, and he start, being overly sexual to feel the need. So a lot of our brothers are very highly sexual, just reaching for whoever, whenever, because you're lacking what it is that you're supposed to be doing in your life. And that is building your purpose up, pursuing purpose, building your dreams, and doing the things that men should do. You're not doing it. So you have a lot of time to be pumping and grinding all around town. But when you find a man that's really focused on his purpose and he's living in his divine calling, he's not on these streets, on these YouTube streets and on these Instagram and TikTok. He's not on the social media clowning and misbehaving like you. So I want us to recognize the ones that's doing all this negativity and talking. These are the ones that's not dealing with purpose, vision, and doing what he's supposed to do as a man. We're dealing with a group of men that are insecure and inferior within themselves, low self-esteem, nothing really worthwhile talking about, right? So half of the spectrum of men, they don't mistreat us. We cannot just put it on all of our men. There's a certain group that I just described, inferior, not doing what they supposed to. Those are the ones that's on these social medias clowning us. But there's another group of black men and I've met them and I interact with them that treats us very well. So we're balanced here on the Napah show, on this show. We're speaking to the good ones as well. We have some good men out there, you all.
Very good men. We had the brother on the panel, right here with us.
And you see how the men are getting mad at him because he's not up here bashing us and saying, no, you are this and you're old and whatever. Well, you ain't gonna get no man. You hit the wall. They're mad at him in the comments like, come on, speak up for us. And like putting us down is not speaking up for you. Making us feel lesser than is not speaking up for men. You know what I'm saying?
Who is this guy, Wild Millennial, in your chat saying, pull up, Napah? I want to holler at you. Well, you can always hit the panel. We're right here.
No. He's saying to Wall Street Willie, pull up. Napah want to holler at you.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta it's some punctuation. Pull up. Period. Napah want to holler.
Oh, well, is this Wall Street Willie guy a regular on your channel?
Yeah. As well as like other like these type of
stuff.
Well,
he hits the panels or what?
Yeah, he hits like the fatties and the
why is he afraid to come up here? I thought he's a leader and a dom.
I thought he was a dom. I thought you were dom, Wall Street Willie. Why you so
doms aren't afraid of the low.
Pull up so we can see.
This is the thing. Let me say this, everybody. This is an example of someone who is not worthy of leading. And if I'm wrong, come in and dominate. I will say this though. Nobody disrespect him. We can be harsh, but no calling names, no cursing him out, but we'll tell him the truth about himself. No cursing him out. That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
what's the problem?
Come on
Are
up.
you afraid? Are you afraid of women? Because we're what? Because we're black or what? Like
And I will also
how
say
white
this,
people are afraid of you? How white people are afraid of you as a black man?
Just cam up in the back real quick so
are
we
you
know that you're
scared of
not
us?
like a corn bomber. And there you
No,
go.
I need
He
to
cammed
see
up. He's
you. I need
camming
to
up.
see your face. I need to see your
Show
face.
your face real quick, and then we'll bring you up.
Yeah, I need to see who
no,
you
he
are.
don't
So
wanna
I
show
can.
his face.
He's in the dark. I don't know why. The other brother isn't
Yeah,
in
I
the
know
dark.
why.
waved, and that was it.
Anytime you being negative and you in the dark, I can imagine why. Why don't you come up? If you in the comments and you not,
He
and
came
you,
up and then he waved and then like left. Come on now.
He waved.
okay.
Let me
Why
say
don't
this.
you lead? Be a leader and show yourself and come up here and teach us something.
Yeah,
He's
come up and
being in the
talk.
comments, keyboard banging. Come on,
Well,
Rob.
every time he says something in the comments, I want you to delete it. If he has something to say, he can come in and we won't
Come on
listen.
up.
I will let you speak uninterrupted for 30 seconds. That's a long time.
Willie, come on.
Yeah.
Listen,
Napah, give me just a
and
second, cause
I
somebody
need
want to
to
come
ban
up.
this.
Can a brother come up? I know a brother that want to come up.
Who is it?
His
A
name
friend
is
of yours, me?
huh?
I need to know who he is when he comes in the back.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
hold
Yeah,
on.
if you
Okay.
can, I mean, I know you. If you invite somebody, I gotta make
but
sure.
he don't want to like just show his face to make sure he's not corn bombing. That's
And
all
if
we're
that's
doing.
you,
He's a
Uda, you
Hebrew.
gotta.
show your
He's
face
a
on the live
Hebrew that
stream.
talk that's about this submission stuff, and I want him to come up.
Come on, bring him
Napah, you
in.
know
Bring
who
him
I'm
in.
talking about.
A Hebrew. Anybody that you
People
know, you
love
can
to
bring him
like
in.
talk about submission, but they don't even know how to handle submit. If a woman were to completely submit to the guy, you know what they would do? Avoid her and go to another woman. If a woman, listen, let me tell you what men do.
I don't know all about that
When you're,
one.
I'm
I don't
trying
know
to
about
tell
that
you,
one.
when women are catering to a man and
Yup.
doing everything a man does, you know what he does? Can't reach
See,
him, can't whatever. He goes, and then he goes to the woman.
I
That's
don't know.
treating
I
him
don't
like
agree with that. I
trash.
don't agree with that. I do
No,
not
come
agree with
on.
that at all.
You
Nope.
might not be able to agree. Listen, you're married
It's
though. You're not
wrong.
in the dating world. That's not
No,
wrong.
I haven't always been
You're in
married
the
all my
dating
life.
world. I'm trying to tell you is that
hey, Napah, that's sort of true. Let me tell you what she's talking about. Let me jump in.
Yeah,
Sis.
be clear on that because
I'm gonna be
listen,
clear.
hold
I'm gonna
on.
talk to you.
Before you say that, let me tell you why. If you're sitting up here and saying, "Oh, if you submit to a man, he's just going to treat you like trash." We're talking about there's good men out there who deserve, if they want their wife to be submissive, they deserve submission. They're good leaders. So that's why I'm saying that we can't go. But go ahead, you guys can.
Okay, so let me tell you about
it's
the
not an
nature of a
echo chamber.
man. Let's talk about the nature of a man. A
Yeah,
man
the
nature.
chase,
Huh? What you saying?
the
Let me
chase.
get.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, I'm about to say. His nature is to pursue, is to chase, and it's something that's just in him to do. And when he's at home in a relationship, and at first it's cute to be submissive and serving and obeying him, but at a certain point, if you as the woman is not wise enough to say, my man need a little bit of chase, and you just in this submissive, docile state, he will start to look elsewhere.
No,
It
that's
has
if
been
you're
proven.
if you're okay. Well, we'll agree to disagree. But let me just say this. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No,
Napah's on shooter time. I'm good, Uda. But they literally sound just like the manosphere. It's sad. No, the manosphere says women are whores and thoughts. The manosphere says women need to be beaten. The manosphere says black women are trash. Don't be with them. The manosphere says live black women and their babies alone. Do not marry black women with babies. The manosphere says if a black man leaves a baby, it's not his fault. He shouldn't have to be there because his feelings are getting hurt because she's being too tough on him. The manosphere says that black women are the least desirable. The manosphere says a lot of horrible things about black women. So you're a liar. By the way, they're lies. And Napah's on Napah's time because Napah is Napah. There's a problem with you when you show us that you want to sit in the chat and type like a chatty patty. I'm okay with you. What do they say, y'all? Love is love. But you will not say that you should be dominating and leading anything. That's my point that you're making very, very well. You are in the chat in your feminine energy, and that's okay. We all have feminine and masculine energy. Most Black women are in masculine mode because we're protecting our own selves and your children that you left behind for us to protect. Check. Now, that's what you mean by Napah time? Okay, you stay in the chat and you serve tea. Check on everybody, see if they have sandwiches. Is everybody okay? He's going to serve us some tea from the kitchen because he's the submissive one. Is everybody okay? Anybody need their drink refreshed? Keep going, Wall Street. Thank you. Go ahead, ladies.
So he's saying that on my channel, he never gets, has to cam up. So you don't have to cam up on the actual thing, just in the background, so we know that you're not, it's not like a person trying to pretend to be you.
Yeah, I need to know who it is.
Because anybody could like say, put your thing in there and say it's you, and then they like will come and play.
And then they'll P-bomb us. And listen, I said
it happens a lot. That's why they're doing it, because they
does
it a lot. So it's
nothing.
No,
okay.
Come on up. No, come on
up. Oh my
just
God. Can I just say this to him?
I'm sorry.
All you have to do is show me who you are in the back. And then you can get up here. If you don't want to show your face, I got you. I'm not going to shame you on that. You know, but you're going to show me who you are.
So we're going to be, come on now.
No, you are showing your face.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
you on the icon.
Right.
So I think Queasy's going to come in with her brother or friend or whoever this man is. I dropped the link. I have a wife. I don't share her and she doesn't share me. What does that mean? Oop. Wait, first off, wait. Let me, are you really still talking to us from the chat? I don't get it. What kind, if you have a wife, listen, if my husband was in a woman's chat writing paragraphs, I'd talk to him and say, why are you making yourself look so weak? Like, why are you up there? If my husband doesn't like what a woman's saying and it's not about him directly, he's not going to spend his time to sit in her chat and write paragraphs to her. I would check him. And that's where I said I'm a submissive dom. You won't be sitting in another woman's chat arguing with her while I'm in the house washing your dirty drawers. Okay? It's not going to happen. So once again, I think that you need to hit the panel, or you could just be in the chat and keep on trying to get my attention. It's okay, boo-boo. All righty. Who's next? You want to go ahead and go, sir? You haven't spoken for a minute. I want to get you. You can chime in. It doesn't. You don't have to wait. You can always jump in. Go ahead.
No, I'm mostly all ears. That person you're talking about, I don't think he's gonna come on because I've seen him on social media. He always comes up and he never shows his face.
Okay, do me a favor, Genesis. I'm gonna stop. Excuse me. I'm gonna stop sharing your stream if you don't get him timed out. I'm not doing this guy. I don't know what kind of mental illness he has.
Listen, every time so he's timed out.
No, he needs to be timed out for 24 hours. I don't want to see him in my chat anymore.
Okay.
He's weird. This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Men like him. Why are you in the chat worried about who I sleep with, and especially if I'm married and you have a wife? Why are you in my chat? You know all about me. Because I am Napah Shadah. I don't know you. You're weak, and your wife needs to get up from under you and take whatever crown or whatever remote control you're using on her and hit you upside the head with it and say, let me take the wheel because Jesus isn't available right now. Because you don't know what you're doing over there. Sir? Ma'am, sir? Go ahead, sir.
No, I was just saying that person, I've seen him around the town, around social media, and he never cams up. I don't think he would cam up to show his face. I don't want to call nobody out their name. I don't want to say that's like coward type behavior, but I don't want to call him out his name, but that's what he does. Because a lot of guys do that. A lot of people do that. They hide behind screens and talk tough. Like that, social media has given people, I guess courage that they might not have in person, and to say and do things that they want to do on social media because you're not like right there with them. So, that's what social media opened up the market for. People could do that, because you can't really get at them. You can't physically get at them. So that's why they do that. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely do.
Yeah, people, they have. I mean, people are entitled to their opinion, and I'm not always going to agree with it, or vice versa. But I just don't agree with them becoming disrespectful and combative.
Right. And excuse me, sir. Genesis, this You'll Be All Right is a sexual predator, stalker. He needs to be completely blocked from I gotta stop sharing. I want to share it with you, Genesis. I can't have him in my chat.
Okay.
I keep unblocked.
Listen,
He's
just
very, very
tell
sick.
me who it is, and then I will delete
You'll
the
Be
person.
All Right has been stalking me since 2020.
Right. So every time
And-
that you listen, and rather than you just saying that you're gonna stop
No,
my
I
stream,
already told you. No,
I
this
don't
is the
know
thing.
who the heck is your. Okay, listen. You want me to just?
All I'm asking for you to do, it's easy for, listen, we're not
Listen,
arguing.
I don't know
It's
who
easy.
you. I
No,
just
I
now
got
saw
you.
his thing. I didn't
Why are
see
you
that.
getting all turned up? Let me just say this.
Okay.
I made it clear. He went to your chat because I keep blocking him. All I need
Yeah, I
you to
didn't
do
see that one.
I know, I'm just asking you to block him from my chat by 20. If you don't want to block him from your channel, he's very, very disturbing. And I've contacted the authorities about you. I've contacted the authorities. I'll show you all the emails after this show.
I deleted him. He's banned.
Yeah, you might want to block him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's always some people who want to derail things, but let's get back on track. This gentleman was very.
We got two people in the back, Napah, that want to get in on a submission. One
I don't see anybody back here. He's not back here. He's not back here.
Nobody back there?
Genesis, can you vouch for me? There's nobody back here besides nobody. I don't see anybody. Do you? No, bring him in though. I want to hear. And yeah, there's some this is what I mean, y'all. Let me say this about y'all. My brothers, the black man. Why are you in the chat playing like children though? You're making our point. You're making our point. You're showing that you're like teenagers. The YNs have an excuse. They're young in their 20s. You're 40, 30, 40, 50-year-old men doing this. It's embarrassing. It's sad.
Napah, what are they doing?
Just getting in the chat, talking about who I sleep with, but we took care of it.
No.
We took care of it. We took care of it. I'm just saying, we gotta be able to do better. You can't complain about. Look, the black woman and the black man.
Nobody is submitting to them. The people that's saying that in your comment, when I tell you no woman is submitting to them.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
So where's your friend at though?
They online. What's some feedback? What's going on? Is that me?
Must be you because I don't hear it. Do you guys hear it?
Oh, I don't know what's going on. But I'm just saying, like, think about it. You are online they trolling you, getting into your personal business. This is a clear sign that something in that person's life is not going the way it need to be going. Don't do this. Don't make me have to go there.
Yes.
Like,
is this your friend? Excuse me. Is Queasy? What is your friend's name?
One should be it should be I think Tawab, and then one is Zay.
Okay, so Zay the Wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna bring him up.
Very articulate.
How y'all doing?
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Peace, Zay the Wise.
Okay.
What you can have the floor.
Is the microphone working?
Yes, it is.
We can hear you.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to get set up.
We're dealing with the topic of submission, right, Napah?
Yes, we want to ask you the question, how do you define submission, and who do you think should lead in a relationship?
All right. This is a great question. So I'll break it down into the pieces, right? So how do you define submission? Submission is essentially being obedient to someone, allowing them to lead you. And that's usually earned through repetitive examples of being a leader or being trustworthy, right? And I'll unfold on that in a second, but there was a second part to the question. What was the second part one more time?
Well, you define submission, and then I want you to tell us who should lead in a relationship.
Right. So we're talking about relationships between men and women in this context. So I just have to say, I think men are, of course, the natural leaders, right? So these traditions and rules that we use to operate were passed down from old. At one point, the civility that would allow a woman to be a leader didn't exist. You know, at one point, it was such a savage and brutal world that the primary mechanism by which people led was through physical acts of aggression, right? So when we look back and you reach a point where it's like, okay, we've done all the talking, it's time to fight. Who stands in front? Who stands behind? And I don't know many women that are going to stand in front of a man if another man is attempting to fight them. So that's how we get these traditions. That's how we get to this point. Now, in a modern context, we see the same thing manifesting in terms of the wealth disparity, right? Due to the amount of power and resources that men have had over time, it's still such a large gap that to be on an even playing field to enter any negotiation or debate, people have to view themselves as equal. And until we reach the point where all men, you know, view women as their equals, which most likely would never happen, we're going to need men to be the leaders in these negotiations to achieve anything in a diplomatic sense. Even in the modern sense, men are still the focal point of power because we had the duality of the physical and now the financial gap that men possess. So I'm gonna have to say that I think men should be the leaders, but that leadership does not just come from brutality. It must come from a leader's mind, right? We have to have women will not follow a dummy or a brute. That you'll see intellectual dominance as well. And that's when you'll see a woman being willing to be led by a man. Otherwise, women are too smart. They're gonna instantly know you're a dummy and they're gonna lead you. But at the top, at the peak, where we see the role models and what we expect to see, you'll see a dominant man and a dominant woman. And the dominant man will, of course, be a little bit over the woman. And that's my take.
That's good.
Thank you so much.
That was very good. Very, very good. Can I just jump in for a second?
Of
Yeah.
Okay,
course, go ahead.
so Zeta Wise, I just want to say this to you that I understand the financial as well as the physical dominance that you have
Right.
as men. However, when this is just something that I feel. I feel that still, even in that space, there could still be a balance where both parties experience the leadership roles in their different fields. So when you are leading in your role of, I'll just say the external building,
Sure.
etc. And I'm in the domestic leadership where in a house I'm teaching, I'm a chemist in the kitchen, and I'm doing things that you are not capable of. That's where I lead. So I'm
Okay.
leading my side of the kingdom, you're leading your side of the kingdom, and we work it together with love, respect, and honor among each other. Where all together, I think we should remove a little bit of this submission and dominance and work more toward cohesive love, honor, and respect. What you feel
Can
about that?
I can rebuttal that?
You can do whatever. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. All right. So I I could imagine what would have led you to these kind of opinions, right? In your life, the experiences that you saw, you found it necessary to step into leadership roles largely to survive, right? You most likely had children. You most likely were put in situations where the men around you were not capable of being leaders, right? Now, what I would like to say is if we look in a lot of the developed world where there hasn't been the depth of trauma and turmoil that exists in the black community, there was never a need or impulse for women to have to, say I need to be a leader, right? Even that mind frame is in reality, you're not leading. What you described as leading, you said I'm leading in the kitchen, right? You're leading in the kitchen inside of a man's home, right? The man, when
What?
some like now, real quick, and I don't want to go too long, but when you say that I'm being a leader, I believe that what we're actually seeing is delegation. A man has delegated and said, "Hey, I can handle these things, and these are the things in which I would like you to handle." Now, if you was a woman that couldn't cook, I can show you how quickly you're not the leader of the kitchen because of sufficiently financially, adept man could put a chef in the kitchen, right? So you're no longer the leader of the kitchen. As long as we as long as we know that this is a man's home, this is a man's resources that put you in this home, that person who put up these four walls and put you in them is the leader. And
Okay.
that what you're calling leading is essentially being delegated to your leadership is you were given dominion by a
Okay.
man in an area, and that I'll
All
leave it
right.
on
Let me
that.
ask you a question. Great. Let me from what you just said. So basically, if the home belongs to the person, they should lead.
I think that I'm overgeneralizing, right? In our modern society
Oh,
there are
now you're
many.
overgeneralizing. You said a lot. You said you're in the kitchen leading, but you're in a man's house and
Yeah,
it's his house. He built it. And you said,
yeah,
so he can go get somebody else to cook.
right.
So I'm assessing that you're saying that he should be the leader, right?
Yes, but I believe you're going to make the point that if a woman
No,
were
no,
to
no.
have
That's not about
money,
what you mean.
yeah,
But no. That's not how we're doing this.
okay,
You made a statement and you said a lot, and I'm addressing it. Don't
sure,
worry about. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now what I'm gonna say. You don't have to worry about you think.
yeah,
So with that statement that you said, if I'm just listening, trying to learn, the person who owns the place, because you know where I'm going exactly. The
yeah,
person who owns the place should lead. 90% of these relationships out here, the black woman is either owning the home or paying for half of it. So,
yeah.
according to what you just said, the black man should not lead in the majority. Now you can have the
I don't
mic
believe
back.
that.
What? Wait,
I don't
hold
believe.
on. We're not talking about what we believe. We're
No, I'm
talking about.
saying in the
I'm
black
going by you
community.
as a. Listen, hold on. I'm going by you as a factual source.
Okay.
That this is a special day. I'm using you as a factual source.
Yeah.
You
Get him,
say
Napah.
because the house belongs to the man and
Yep.
he does you think you're a leader because you're in the kitchen. Let me change the kitchen to you think you're a leader because you are in the bedroom laying down the goodies, the pipe
Sure.
and the meat. You think because you're bigger and stronger, you're the leader, but she's paying the bills. I'm going by you as a source, but
Sure.
she's paying the bills, paying the car, has the credit. So according to you,
100%.
she's the one who's supposed to lead. Now you said
100%.
that.
I agree
You
with
said
you.
okay, so now you can have the mic back. Peace to the guy who just joined, the brother. I can't see his name. Now let me let you go ahead and see if you want to retract your statement or move stuff around. You can have the mic back.
Okay. So
Beautiful,
I spoke
Napah.
I spoke to
You're
this
welcome, Queen.
in my preamble that in the black a little bit, but the black community is has been through something that is I don't believe has ever happened on the face of the earth. I don't think anyone has ever went through the perversion of the gender norms and the socioeconomic plight that we have put ourselves in. This effect that you're seeing is terrible to see that in our community this is the case. But I will have to tell you 100% that I think the breadwinner is the leader. 100%. I think the breadwinner, the person that actually makes it happen, is the leader. And in our community, you are definitely right. Black women lead. Kamala Harris just basically won the presidency. I think if we count the votes, Kamala Harris won in total votes, if I'm not mistaken, or it was close. But uh the point is in our society what we see is that occurring, black women having to be leaders in that role, and what consequently we see is the lowest quality children on the earth.
Wrong. Stop. You said enough. You're finished. No, the lowest quality
Going
children
at
on
a
the
cost.
earth is you just validated genocide of the black race. The lowest quality children on the earth. You just said that. See, that's the problem. This is
Okay.
why we wait. No, I'm gonna hand the mic back to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm see this is great. I love it. You're the validator, right? You just said black children are the lowest quality children on earth. Now that means that you cannot lead. You
Mm,
can't.
mm,
Because if you just said you believe that
mm,
black children are the lowest quality, we're talking about life quality, children on
Yeah.
mm,
earth, you
mm,
have to get in the back seat because we can handle it because we don't think that. We see them as the highest quality human beings ever created. They've
Mm.
got social constructs. They're downtrodden.
Yep.
There's oppression. No, 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 no. Don't agree with me because you said they're lowest quality. See,
mm,
there is a position of
mm,
leadership doesn't just mean because you're a man. It means how are you looking at the people that you're leading? How can
mhm,
you lead me? I might as well let the KKK lead me because
Why
they
mm,
would
think
you
that
say
black
that?
children are the lowest quality on earth too. So I'd rather have
mm,
women or men who don't think that I'm the lowest quality lead me. But so
mm,
far on social media, every time I hear a black man who's pushing black men should lead, the black woman needs to listen, the black woman this, he's always wrong and he's not qualified to lead. I'm going to let you respond to that, and then I need to get
All right.
the other
Yeah.
man in here. But remember, I'm just using you as a source. I'm just
Yeah.
going by what you said. Go ahead.
I'm scared. I will. I will address what I the way you took what I said to say that black children are the lowest quality children. I think you would have to look at the statistics of the literacy rates, the incarceration rates, and understand that the society that has been given to these black children and given, yeah, just let's just say the black children in America has created this environment. There's nothing wrong with their genes. They're brilliant. They're magnificent. They have so much potential. But in this environment, in this inverted pyramid where men are not allowed to lead, black men's strength and aggression is literally it is the thing that gets them killed. If a black man is strong, he dies. So when we're talking about what we're experiencing, right, and the outcome of the incarceration rates, literacy rates, the teen pregnancy rates, we can look at all of these statistics and we will see a consistent trend that the fact that we have to have women in these leading positions going to work doing these essential, honestly, I had to tell you the truth. The money is a background. We need the money, of course, but what a woman can do in nurturing and creating the next generation, inside the home, is far more important. But our capitalist society has driven women into the workplace, into these what we like to call leadership roles. Being a leader, just because you're the leader, that doesn't mean that you're the most important in a military situation. The leader is great, the general is great, but the medics right on the battlefield that's bringing these soldiers back to life, saving their life, they're very important, arguably more important. But that doesn't mean that the medics are supposed to be the leader. So I'll end with this. I stand on what I said, that the product of our society, the product of black women having to be put into these leading leadership positions that no other group of people on earth have to have their women in these positions, is why we see the behavior, the low quality behavior of these black children that is entirely removable if we were to return to a structure that I believe is traditional. And the traditional structure, of course, is a man is the leader, the woman is underneath the man, and the woman lead the children. And if we were to return to an order like that, I think that you would see a higher quality output of the behavior of children. I'm not talking about their genes. I'm talking about their behavior and their abilities. That's what I meant in terms of quality.
Got it. Okay, before I pass the mic, let me get some facts for you. So you doubled down and you said it's because of illiteracy incarceration and teen pregnancy are some of the examples. Number one, the United States alone with Black women, what we're talking about the American Black woman,
Yeah.
is not leading in illiteracy with Black children. You got to go to, of course, countries that are not industrialized. But who doesn't know that? So I don't think you've done enough research. There are countries in Africa that are leading in illiteracy, not the United States. And by the way, you don't gauge someone's worth and quality by the fact that they cannot read, but you're wrong across the board. Illiteracy, United States is not leading in illiteracy with Black children. Number two, you said teen pregnancy. Once again, unindustrialized countries are leading in teen pregnancies and single moms. But that doesn't equate quality of life or quality of individuals. If someone has a baby as a teen, that doesn't mean they're low quality. So you're wrong again about that. The next thing you said, I believe, is incarceration. We know that Black children, not just the ones of today, but throughout time, I'm going to go back to, let's go to the 40s. From the 40s to now, Black people have been railroaded to, from kindergarten, the pipeline from kindergarten to prison. They've been railroaded into prison many times. The 3 strike rules, things like that. Because you brought up Kamala Harris. She had a hand in that. Now, all of those different points that you brought up, though, don't talk about the quality of a person. The incarceration might, but we know that there are social constructs. I'm not excusing crime. Now, let's get back to what you're trying to do is blame the Black woman for that, though. The Black woman is the parent that stays stable and does not leave. She can't leave. You, as Black men, have made it as if it's an option to stay. And you have the nerve, not you, sir, but Black men in general, especially those with this rhetoric on social media, you have the nerve to say, ready, everyone? I can't take it. I want peace. Why would you be a leader? Why would we follow? You can't handle it. This is, again, I'm just using what Black men say. I prefer my peace. Okay, then you should go and we will lead the household. And then you will have the nerve to say, she's not leading that household that I left correctly. God damn. You are looking backwards, waving goodbye, and saying, she's not going to lead that house correctly. Those kids are going to be what messed up. So that is the problem. We're talking about leadership. Leaders step in, they buckle down, they pull their boots up, they grind it, and they say, got to do it. And that is what the Black woman has been doing since the big house with Massa. But see, the Black men back then, they said they respected her. She's going to bring us the food from the house. She's going to braid a map into her hair. She'd heard what the mass is going to do. She knows the mass is going to have that exit watched with the dogs. So she's going to come back and tell us she was leading. And the Black men appreciated her. They praised her. They said, we can't do it without her. She's the one. Go ask her. But now we got Black men resenting us. Fast forward to 2026. You absolutely resent us because we've been the ones put into the leadership position throughout time. But you know what we did? We said, no, don't worry about what Massa says. I'm going to let you lead. I'm going to go to work. You take my car. But you stay home and do PlayStation. You told me you're going to go look for a job. You understand? So because she comes home, what you do all day? Oh, I tried to put in some, why don't you have a job yet? You've been putting applications for a month. Oh, I can't take this. I need some peace. And then you leave, you find a younger girl than her. Then you say, oh, this one doesn't know the game. She's not old. So you get her pregnant and you lay up on her and it's a cycle. And now you got a whole line of baby mamas down the road. And then you want to tell us we're not leading families correctly. Take several seats. I'm going to hand the mic over to the crowd, and I'm going to let people figure out what's really going on here. Thank you for adding that. Go ahead, everybody.
Ooh, God damn, Napah.
Damn, Napah. Anybody got some? That was good, Napah.
Man,
can I, that was some good knowledge you gave too. But yeah, that was something. I like that.
Thank you.
I,
And I'm
can I
I'm ready
can,
to listen. The mic is on the table.
can I
Mm.
jump on right fast?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I won't
sure.
be I won't be I won't be too long. My shout out to the potters, John Doe. I just changed my name. Uh, man, y'all gotta stop playing with Napah. Y'all know she's surgical with this.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? Man, y'all
Peace.
gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta stop that, man. But Napah, you know what the problem is nowadays? See, things change. Okay?
Mm.
Generations, women change, man changed.
Mm.
And so it came to a point now, whereas a lot of I don't want to say men. I'm gonna say niggas.
Mm.
You feel me? I ain't gonna
Mm.
say men. I'm gonna say a lot of niggas.
Mm.
Go, brother.
Niggas feel. You know what I'm saying? Niggas feel like, and to double down on what you said, the part niggas feel like, once I drop off some good planting, some good some good pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Once you and if you a woman, you know how that feel when that man lay that pipe down. When he lay that good pipe down on you, your head sprung. You all over the place. You can't calculate shit. You all in your emotions. You don't know nothing. Y'all know how that go.
Mm-hmm.
So once he do that, it comes to a point where he don't need to have his ish together.
Mm.
You don't gotta have that together. You don't gotta have no good job. You don't gotta pay no bills. You don't gotta do nothing. Just once she come home, I throw her on the bed, and I lay that lumber down on her. It's all said and done. She in the she back in the kitchen, stuff cooking, cleaning, doing everything she do. So to me, no, I'm just saying this. I have a lot more I can say, but just to get off the mic, nowadays, if you notice, it's all about sex. It's all
Mm.
about sex. It ain't about loyalty. It ain't about who
Mm.
honest. It ain't about love. It ain't about the heart. And he's considerate and he's loving. And it's about, man, I don't want him to give that pipe to no one else. And I don't want her to give that cat to nobody else. So dudes
Mm.
run up on these women, knock them up on purpose, just to be, knock them up on purpose. Then you got baby mama, baby daddy drama, and dudes killing each other over women. And it's just, it's all about sex. That's the main thing. It's sex. It ain't about nothing else but sex, Sister Nepal. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Mm.
Thank you,
Okay.
brother. And we'll let the I think enough. Thank you so much, brother. Someone else came in and I want to give him a chance to speak. We Unlock Nation. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's who it is. We Unlock Nation might want to chime in.
Um, I
Mm.
I get to be perfectly honest with you, I get sick and tired of these talks by men in certain certain panels and certain live streams who keep going on pushing this same stupid ass rhetoric about who's the leader in the household when
Mm.
frankly when you look at history, the white man has been leading you and dominating you for years, decades.
Mm-hmm.
There have been very few people who have led, who have taken their people and have led you to certain places, even to the mountaintop. Even I want to
Mm-hmm.
give a shot and give a shout out to Harriet Tubman and her family because the late great Harriet Tubman led thousands and thousands of people to the freedom and could have led thousands more, but they didn't
Yes,
know the
sir.
stories.
Mm-hmm.
See? And then you got people that say that Harriet Tubman didn't exist. So
Mm.
if Harriet Tubman didn't exist, then your mama didn't exist.
Mm.
Your grandmama didn't exist. Your great grandmother didn't exist.
That's right.
You have four greats, you have 16 great greats, and the list goes on and on and on. They're the ones, and oh, you can include Sarah Bartman in that one. That's the one where you always seem to look at a woman's assets better than more than her brain cells. If I were
Mm-hmm.
to, if I were to ask you, and ask you what's more important to you when it comes to a woman, 9 times out of 10, you're going to say a woman's vagina is more important than her, than her brain.
Then
I
her
don't
brain.
need I don't need her to speak. I need her to do my bidding. Well, all that is all that is well and good if you're an asshole. All that is well and good. But if you're a person like me who does not give a damn either way who leads, either it's me or the person who I'm married to, we are
Mm.
both leaders of the household. Our
Mm-hmm.
children are what's called dependent. They
Mm.
are dependent upon us to do the right thing by them. They are dependent financially, emotionally, discipline, and godly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You
Right.
don't promote those things in a vacuum. You must have got all this patriarchy stuff from white folks from back then when white men were dominating their women. And they were asking Marcus Garvey, how do we get out of this situation? And Marcus Garvey gave you the formula. Thank Marcus Garvey for giving you the formula.
What was the
Mhm.
formula?
The formula was, if you want to get out of your situation, you need to go vote. And in 1960, he gave you the vote, not the Voting Rights Act. I totally forgot. I apologize. But if it wasn't for certain laws and for certain things, you will probably still be in the situation that you're in. But you need to thank black women for the position that you are in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it will go much smoother if we could work together as one, as
Mm-hmm. That's what
community,
I was saying.
as one family. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter who leads. If one passes, let's say for example, if one passes away, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the man passes away and he's with the woman of his life, she gets his energy as well as he keeps on. She's hold you down from the beginning. She's wore the pants and the apron. And
Mm-hmm.
if you look in the exact opposite, if she were to lose her life, the man were to get her energy. You got to think about this in a balancing type of a way. What
Mm-hmm.
makes you think a woman being in her position want to be with a man who is just patriotic? It doesn't work that way.
It don't work. Yeah.
Especially in this economy where you have a madman, a dictator in the White House,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't like women at all. He doesn't mind bringing immigrants to the country, and they don't hardly say anything. But a woman that but a
Mhm.
woman of your petite, he doesn't mind telling shut up, but he ain't gonna tell shut up to Jasmine Crockett. I bet you he won't say that. I bet you he won't say shut up to Kamala Harris. I bet you he won't say shut up to Hillary Clinton
Mm-hmm.
because they know better.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you
Ladies,
something though? Can I ask you something? Because
go
I
ahead.
can't see your name or whatever. Let me ask you, based on you said you don't care who leads, when you think about the this little diagram, try to see this diagram. It's the man and a woman, right? At is a line with a man here and a woman here, and then uh the triangle goes down, and then the children are at the bottom. So it's the man and the woman working together, and then it's the children at the bottom. But the other way is the man is on top, the woman's in the middle, then the children. Which call it uh which diagram or which system
I know what you're talking about.
do you think would benefit the black community? No other community, because other communities have things in place. With us being a little bit dysfunctional, Do you think that, because I've seen this, I don't remember where, but I think on Sonetta, to be honest, where it's the man and woman together, then the kids, then it's the structure where it's the man, woman, and child. So which one, in terms of our community, do you think would work better for us to make us more cohesive?
Um, Peace, Queen.
And
First and
you
foremost,
backing them into a wall with that one.
the I have a different I have a different dialogue of which I go by, me personally.
What is it?
If I don't involve God in it, then it doesn't work for me. So it goes God, man, woman, and in between this dialogue, children, building
God, man,
neighborhood,
woman, and children.
community,
Okay.
economics, education, discipline, all that comes within the triangular concept.
Okay, but I'm saying in our community where it looks like 70% of the homes are where it's just women and children, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
well, that's the stats that it could
Right.
be
Yeah.
different. And
Normally,
I'm
No, it's right.
saying,
that happens when you
so,
have when the man is at work. Usually, the man is at work, and the person who's taking care of the kids are the women. So it's normally that way. I
okay,
was
so no, think about this. 70% of the homes is the women and the children in our community. So when he comes in, when a man comes, we already have the structure where it's pretty much women and children. So he comes in the home, and when he comes in, if we try to structure it where he's over the woman and then a woman over the kids, she's been in this position so long and she has everything together. When he comes in, should he assume the position of sort of where they work together with the kids, or do you think he should just go to I'm over you, then the woman, then the children? Because what I'm trying to get at is in our condition as Black people, it is so jacked up the way slavery and different things have caused all this dysfunction that we might need to change something up until we can get
Yeah.
ourselves together and then change it back. Because it's going to be very hard for most of us to let a man come in. We've been there working, taking care of the kids. He come in the house to give him the reign to be over us is going to cause us to buck a little bit because we're going to be like, hold on. I'm used to taking care of this by myself. I don't know if I can trust you. So should the man sort of change a little bit and say, I'm coming in a little different. I'm coming in more with that harmony. That's what I'm saying.
Man, good point.
if you're gonna come in,
I
you come
agree.
in with the intentions of not being not taking over. If you're going to come in with a woman has already been established, she's financially stable, she's taking care of the kids by herself, and then you come in as the man. I'm not gonna put myself in the position where it's like they need to go by my rule or else. No, we're first of all, communication is key.
That's what
Commu-
yeah.
Communication.
If you can't communicate, it's over.
We can't communicate, then there's no need for me to be here, and there's no
Yeah.
need for you to continue to talk to my kid. Uh, what they're doing with the what she's been doing with the kids, what she's been doing with the kids. Let them get to know you, and you get to know them personally. Let
Right.
everything come together slowly but surely, like peeling back an onion, one layer at a time.
I got it, but I was just saying the structure for our community. Do you? I'm saying stay with what's going on in the Black community. Do you think man, woman? Because I think it was you that said God, man, woman, child. You still using that construct, man, God, man, woman, child. Could it be God and then a man and a woman and then the kids? in our community right now until we can get some type of balance going. There's too much distrust between a black man and a black woman. There's too much abandonment, too much neglect, too much abuse for us to allow someone to come in talking about they about to rule over us. We need to do checks and balances. We need to vet you. I need to watch you. You know, this is in our minds. Even if we don't say it, we're used to sort of being alone, etc. So can you men understand why we're here tonight talking about this submission stuff? Because we're afraid to let you lead and submit up under you because your rule has not been a righteous rule. Your rule has come in with ego tripping, with womanizing, with all type of stuff. So in reality, we have to change, I feel, the construct of these relationships until we can get some type of serious cohesion among ourselves as black people, because that God man over the woman, why do I need you to be over me for what? I'm a grown woman. Why are you over me? Why? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Now I will submit. I will, to a wise man that can really make things happen. I will. But in most cases in our community, we not experiencing that. If 70% of us is by ourselves, we ain't experiencing that.
And
So should we change up the game? That's what I'm asking. Should
right,
we
right.
sort of change it up until we get it together?
And I do understand that and completely, and I do want to say that on behalf of men everywhere, I do want to apologize if we came off rough, um, if we came off in a
Speak
different
up
way.
a little bit more. We unlock you. You sound like you're whispering.
My bad.
Go ahead.
I do deeply apologize if we came off a certain way, but again, I go by my. See, I'm just gonna tell you, I've been married for 16 years. Me and my wife been leading our children for this amount of time. And whenever I'm down or wherever she's down, one of us got to pick up the pieces, and we're all together. We all become one, as one structure, as one family. That's how I operate. I don't know how anybody else operates, but I don't go by this thing with just a man just leading. You haven't led for a very 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 long time. You don't have anything structurally, economically, in a global sense to lead anyone anywhere. It's too far gone for you as a man. But if you have
That's
your woman by your side, you can do much, or you can do just as much damage as your competitors. That's what I'm getting at. Because quite frankly, no one gives a damn about you but you.
That's true. That's
No
can
true.
one.
can I interject?
Go ahead, Dan.
All right, how you doing, Dungqueesha?
What up?
I like your outfit today. You on point. All right. So check me out. The couple things I just wanted to address. Right, we seem to be going down a road in which we're looking at our condition and our state right now and attempting to remedy that. Right, but I believe the initial point that where we all began was how things should be, and when we look at let's just take for example the white people that you spoke about earlier. I'm not sure your name, brother. You spoke about the white people that lead us, right? They don't have this structure that we're talking about. They don't have this structure of man, woman equal, right? So there are things called emergent properties, right? We could talk about idealism all the time. This is actually the nature of how women see the world. If you study female psychology, females are idealists by nature. They say ideally it should be like this. But ideals don't get you anywhere. The reality of your situation is the people who lead your world, the people who guide us and tell us what to do next. It's a man. It's a white man in a suit. And he's telling his wife what to do. He's telling his kids what to do. And it's messed up. It's not right. It's imbalanced, right? But the reality of the world that we're living in is not balanced. This is not a balanced Maya world.
That's
It's
correct.
demons. It's monsters. It's people out here that
Sure.
don't care nothing about what you're talking about, and they love the fact that we as black people are sitting in this room confused, trying to say that yeah, men and women are supposed to be leading, supposed to be equals. Everybody who's leading you already knows the truth that there's only one order for success. We don't have success in the black community, as you just said. We have no organizations. Every organization that a black man tried to start, he was killed. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and the list goes on. The Panthers, we could do this for an hour and talk about every black leader that was killed and snuffed out due to the racist white system that leads us. Right.
Mhm.
So what you're talking about saying, yeah, black women can't trust black men. 70% of black homes is led by women, and all of this. All of these are symptoms of a systemic problem that no one is addressing, right? If you left us alone and you allowed us to arrange ourselves in our natural configuration, there would be the strongest would be the leader. The strongest person in the pack will be the leader. So we could assume that physically men are stronger than women. Mentally, let's assume that they are equal. Let's give women and men credit mentally and say that they could both achieve great things mentally. So the natural order of things that every other natural group of people is dealing with is a man is the leader. So I believe that there's no hope for recovery as long as we continue to perpetuate the perverted model that was given to us on the plantation. We broke the bucks. We effeminized them and strengthened women. And that was the primary mechanism by which the white man has went about controlling all of the babies. Because no matter what a woman wants to tell you, we know how the story went. The woman didn't lose a man. All these single women are Uncle Sam's children. They all Uncle Sam's baby mama. So when Uncle Sam gives you your WIC and your EBT, that's a man in your life. There's no examples of women existing in isolation, surviving and thriving. The man is just socioeconomically removed from you to delude you into thinking that you are leading. You're not leading. You're being led by a white man. So all these black households where people were saying, "Oh, black women is leading," black women are not leading. A white man is leading those households. So what we should do and what we must do is
Mm,
break the delusion. Say,
mm,
"Hey, we're out of order. We're completely out of our nature. Nothing about what we're doing is natural." And somebody and it has to be the one with the most sense because we know evidently based on what all y'all believe the black man is totally deficient. The black man, right, we just said the black man is totally deficient, so it's going to take women
we
to
definitely have.
it was brought up. It was definitely brought up that the black man was essentially deficient. We could rewind the video if you don't remember it, but it was said in so many words that was the case. So I'm gonna end my point here. I know I'm being a little long winded, but this idealistic scenario that we're talking about is uncomfortable. It's producing uncomfortable offsprings that are addicted to rap music, drugs, and gun violence. And this system that we are addressing, I'm telling you this right now. No woman on earth can tell a young black man what to do once he gets about 14. I'm a
Mm,
young black man. I've been there. At
mm,
about 14, 15, the man becomes independent and he can only be led by someone who he feels is stronger than him. And the
mm,
only way to show a black man who's stronger when daddy take you out to the yard and body slam your ass when you out of line. Your mama
mm,
can't body
Hmm.
slam your ass when you out of
mm,
line.
Interesting. Interesting.
So
Okay.
I
Wait,
have a
so
question.
that's
Genesis.
so I'm gonna end it
Genesis, I
there.
wanna respond to him in a second, and I promise you're next. So you're done because you stopped at said the last part about you need to be body slammed to see who's leading. Is that what you want to end with, sir?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So you said a lot, and we never said the black man is deficient. You came in and said black children are the lowest quality people in the world. That's what we responded to.
Oh, I was talking
We
about
just went.
when the black man that was just
Well,
on the mic started to say something that did not what you said. The black man that was talking to
I know.
Dungqueesha a second ago said that. I wasn't talking about what I said earlier.
Okay,
I was responding to that black man.
okay,
But
but
go
I need
ahead.
to do this because you said you're a young man and you need to know something. Everything you said is sadly that hatred rhetoric that's being pushed on the manosphere and the social media. And this is the thing about black households. No, we're not Uncle Sam is not our husbands or our leaders in our household. Everyone is under a government in this society. Not just black women, everybody, men, women, black, white, we're under a government system. We have we have the executive, we have the judicial and the legislature. That is everyone. So no, that rhetoric about, oh, you're on food stamps and WIC and you got all these things and the white man is your husband. Well, I'll just pick that part out because I know Genesis wants to get to the mic. That's because most of the households are being led by black women who are left behind to do it by themselves. And they're not all on WIC and food stamps. They're working. They're going to work, most of them. And black women are buying homes more than any other time in U.S. history right now in 2026. I just want to give you some statistics because you being stronger isn't making you more qualified to lead. This is 2026. We're in an we are in a technological age. It's who thinks and is more intelligent, more rational, level-headed. And yes, we need fathers. The reason there's so many problems is because the reason we're having so many problems is because we're doing one parent leaving and one parent staying. That's traumatizing. That's traumatizing.
Yeah.
So I know I could go. You said a lot. I'm gonna leave a little bit on the plate and let Genesis get in, and I'll come back and finish.
Yeah.
If the problem is the psychology of the children, that's why we have the problem. Then who is causing that problem? Is the mother leaving, or is the father leaving? Who? Which one is leaving the most?
Can I just
It's a real quick answer.
Genesis, I
Who's
want to
leaving the
talk to
most?
you.
Who's leaving the family the most?
the
No, we got to be quick with
The
these. We
woman,
can't.
the
We're
woman
not trying to
lead,
win. We're
woman
not. We're
lead.
not
the woman
politicians.
is I'm sorry, the black man is leaving more than the black woman. Yes.
Okay, so if the black man is leaving more, he's causing the children to have problems. He's causing
That's right.
the gang bangers and the single teenage girls.
That's
He's
right.
the one who needs to come on back. And like I said, again, buckle down. He chose the woman to have babies with her. Stick around. And he needs to be a man. He needs to stop blaming the white man, the government, the next door neighbor, and the woman who had his baby. He needs to be a man. And that means he needs to be the one who is like the man said, the apex. He's at the top. He needs to do it. He needs to take all the hits. He needs to think, well, I can't buy these Jordans because I got to go pay for my kids' school tuition.
100%.
Get it? Okay, and black men are getting beaten more than enough. They don't need a man to body slam them. That's the problem. We need to stop beating on our kids so much. And a black man needs another black man, a leadership figure to hug him. Say, it's okay. You can cry with me. I know you don't want to cry around anybody else. He doesn't need his mama doing that all the time because that's why these young men are soft.
And they so
Mama
gangster.
always,
Go ahead,
baby,
Napah.
I'm going to park my car. Black women
but
are
Napah, I
nurturer.
think he was saying something. That's why I clapped it up.
Okay.
That is very important with males.
Okay, well,
with males, and I do notice because I had two males. When they get 13, 14, and 15, they really can't hear us anymore. And when he said body slam, I don't really think he was saying physically body slam. You, just as a strong uncle or father with a young buck, can stand over him and say, look, this is what's gonna happen. Because
I'm gonna lead you.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
lead
Well,
lead
he
you.
you.
said he did say literally physically. He said they're
Yeah, he
stronger,
said
Well,
body
and they
sometimes
could
slam.
you
take
might
him out
have
in
to
the
body
yard.
slam them.
He
They
said
might
they
have
could
to get
take him
body
out in the
slammed.
You
yard
might
and
have to
body
do
slam
that.
him.
It might
Okay,
have
so
to
Hold
let
on.
me
be.
say this again.
Even
Wait,
women.
I got. I'm gonna park my car. Let me say this again. I'm gonna double down. Young black men don't need to get beaten up or knocked out anymore. That's the problem, because their mama's beating them with shooting them in the back. I saw that on a crime show. They're
That's
getting
right.
no,
That's
I
right.
mean it. I mean it. Wait, I mean it.
That's
No,
propaganda.
Let me
This is
finish. This needs to be
propaganda.
clear. No, black men don't need anybody getting in their face, pointing in their chest, pushing them down. They don't need that. They need
He about to
somebody
go
to
out and
relate.
kill
They need
somebody. He
somebody.
about to
They
go out
need
and get a
somebody.
gun and shoot somebody.
Okay, let me
Somebody
let you
has to
finish.
tell him.
Let me let you finish.
You need
I
to have
didn't
a
do that to you. I didn't do any of this.
I'm sorry.
I know I'm not going to be long. I'm just going to say this. They
Go ahead,
need a
Napah. You going
man.
in?
They should have had a man since the beginning,
Mhm.
okay, to be there and say, okay, no, don't do that. I got you. Mama doesn't always have to be there. That's what's wrong with black men. They always had mama cuddling them, and you think it's just like mama's always, and then when they get bigger, mama doesn't want to baby them anymore, and now she's like, you gonna do what I say, and she's grabbing the broom and hitting him, and he doesn't understand why the hell she hit me. She always let me do whatever I want before. See, that's when you need a man to be there and say, don't keep babying him on that, and that doesn't mean poking him in the
Yes.
chest. I'm gonna take him outside and talk to him. Go ahead
Yep.
and pick this up. Let me show you how to put this carburetor in here.
Yep.
No, I didn't tell you to talk to me about it. I don't want to hear you cry about it. I want to hear you complain. I want some answers. And when they come back, I'm going to see if you did it right. That's manly.
That's a body
So, no,
slam.
you don't need to get body slammed. You don't need to get body slammed. Let me pass the mic to Genesis. She wanted to talk. Go
So
ahead.
I just wanted to give the panel like a shout out, because this is the first adult conversation I have heard about people above the age of 20. Most red pill conversations are dealing with stuff from the age of 20 to like 30. This is the first conversation I've had with people that are talking about situations from the age of like maybe 39 and above, you know? Because here's the deal. If I own a house and you come to, and I have my kids here, and then I'm dating you, like, what happens then? Should I submit to you? Should I, Dungqueesha, thank you for that question. You come into my house, or do we get another house? Like, would you come into my house, or would you say, you know what? As a man, I don't feel comfortable coming into your house. You should sell your house, get another house, we come together. Like, this is the type of conversation, because no one's having the adults past 30 conversations that happen. People own houses. People like probably have been divorced, taking care of kids that are older, you know? No one's having that conversation. How do you expect a woman to submit to you when they're a homeowner, when they have their shit together, you know? And they're not like a 20-year-old just starting off and dating.
So
You
are
want a
you?
person, you want to be able to come into a person like me that owns a home, has her children, they're all in school, like one child's about to graduate. I have a younger one that's like 8, you know what I'm saying? She's going through her thing, great student, you know what I'm saying? And you want to come in here and try to regulate me, and I have my house together. How do you do that? Except for to come to me at an equal thing, and then get in where you fit it.
That's what I say.
Versus you trying to dominate over me and
Yeah.
tell me when I've been running my household for years, and then you want to tell me what I should do, and I'm like, okay, well, like, based on what, you know?
Based on what? Yeah.
No one is having the conversation of how does oh no, it's because you hit the wall, or oh, you're older and it's over. No, we still got cootie cats. People still trying to fuck us. So excuse my language. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Nick, about to say some
So Genesis, you
stuff still
basically
going on. We listen. It don't as much as y'all watch these panels that make it seem like that we just dry up and wither away at a certain age, and we just no. We still getting it in. Men still trying to date. We still have relationships. No one is talking about what happens in this situation. Everyone is talking from a frame of 20 to 30. No one is talking about 45. What happens then? And I need to have more conversations about that. And shouts out to Dungqueesha, shouts out to Napah, and shout out to the chat for
Thank you.
finally like having this conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a great conversation. I want to get to you, Dungqueesha, but I do see we have some. I looked at the panel. I want to say thank you to everybody being here, especially the young man. If it seems like I'm being tough, it's not about you. This is not just you're not the only one who has this rhetoric. You're very valuable to the panel because this is the rhetoric that we wanted to address. So I appreciate you making it to where it's not an echo chamber so much. You're really valued, and you're definitely appreciated. I'm gonna let you respond to if you need to, but if I can, I want to get to this person scam Chan. And yes, I see you. We unlock. Um, I see that you raise your finger early, but let me get to the newcomer. What did you want to add to this conversation, Scam Chan?
Well, I came in kind of late, so I'm still picking up on what was being said. But being an older adult myself, and I can speak from what I went through, because when I met my wife, she came with 4 kids. And I was under the assumption that they would grow up and go away, but that didn't happen. You know, they just kind of hung around. We basically had to deal with one of them bristling up to the mother, like talking to the mother like she's somebody off the street. You know, and I had to step in and tell her, you know, he can't be here. He has to go because he's causing disorder in our household. Other than lashing out, but I had a child by her, and it starts from when they're young, and basically he didn't have a father. You know, as far as being told what to do day in and day out, being shown an example of what to do as a man and to leave the home or grow up to be outside the home. And she was pretty much coddling him ever since he was younger. You know, I was with him when he was a baby, taking him back and forth to school, and I was being called to the school every day. I didn't even have to answer the phone. I knew what it was about before I answered the phone. He was being a problem. But what I'm trying to get to is now the son that I had by her, no problem at school, and all going all the way up. You know, even the problem, the so-called problem that he had in school wasn't even a problem. It was silly stuff the teachers were doing. But you know, he's never was a problem, and I think it all boiled down to the values that I instilled in him from when he was young, and how he saw his brothers and sisters being treated by the mother or whatever. It was out of order. I came into something that wasn't in order, and I led by example by showing him what he should do, and look at your sisters. You don't want your brothers and sisters. You don't want to be that. Strive for something better. You know, use your head. Think for yourself. You see the path they're on. That's not the path that you want to be on. And he graduated college a year early and came out with 2 degrees. And he was in college while he was in high school. So I'm just saying, with the conversation that I came in on, you know, it seemed like we're talking about a generation that the man essentially is kicked out of the home, and the mother has to deal with the kids without any male leadership. So as far as a man coming into the home where the mother was dealing with her kids, and she has her supposed, you know, act together. Some of these women don't even have their act together. So a man could come in and see where he fits in to provide that leadership that's missing. And that woman will probably try to fight against that because she's used to dealing with things on her own or in her own way, even though it might not be the right way, because what she was doing with her younger kids, she was essentially letting her kids curse her out.
Good
And
point.
I'm like, I said, I wish I would talk to my mother the way they was talking to their mother. You know, I had to step in.
Can you give us some more specific ages when you came in? And are you saying that this woman that you're currently with is your wife, and she's the
Yeah.
one who? Okay, so what were the ages of the children when you came in, and what can you give us a little bit more background that you're sharing? First off, what were the ages of children when you met her?
Oh, I think the youngest one was like about 5 or so. And I think the oldest one was probably, I'm thinking like 12 or something like 12, 13, somewhere. And that's kind of hard to say. If I have to look, I have a problem with memorizing ages, whatever. But I know I had the most problem with him, and he was the youngest. And the middle ones,
The 5-year-old?
Yeah, I had the most problem with him. And the other ones I was having, when you come in as a stepfather, you take on a role that doesn't get too much appreciation. So basically the older kids was trying to set situations up to whereas I'm the villain, because they were literally stealing from their mother. They were stealing money from their own mother and blaming it on me that I was stealing her money.
At 5?
No, the older kids.
So the 12-year-old was stealing and blaming you?
Yeah. They was stealing her money. They was trying to set up situations like I was abusing them, just to keep the hostility going and the anger in the home. In other words, they couldn't get away with things because I would see it and tell her. Normally, if I wasn't there, they would be getting away with it anyway. There's no one being held accountable.
So do you think that there's 5 children in that whole family, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that you love all those children unconditionally? And be honest.
I'm looking at it like this. The stuff that I went through, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I mean, you got a young girl that literally spit in your face, and it took all within me to not punch her out when she did that.
How old was she when she spit in your face?
Oh man, I think she was still in grade school when that happened.
Wow.
Grade school. And then you had to hold everything within yourself to stop from punching a grade school little girl out?
No.
I mean,
no, Genesis, let him talk.
No, listen. Like I said at first, is like they were so used to a man not being around, and it just upset them so that I'm coming in as a male figure, holding them accountable for little things that they're doing that they shouldn't be doing. It's like say you want to tell them to clean their room or something like that. Wow, you can't make me clean my room, and she not telling me to clean my room. So who are you to tell me to clean the room or whatever? They don't want to be told anything, but they know they're in the wrong.
Well, it sounds like you're still with her, right?
Oh yeah.
And all the children are out of the house now?
Yeah. I mean, it's sad that you have to call police and get what is that, protection order against kids, grown kids.
How many of them did you have to get protection orders against?
Just the youngest one.
The youngest one that is right before your son.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
I think he's like what? He got to be in his 30s by now.
30s. And how long did he live at home before he, flew the nest?
I'm thinking that's been like he been out for like going on 3 years now.
3 years. So did
Yeah.
you try to like how with because you're saying your son is the only one that went to college out of the 5 children?
No, the oldest girl, she went in college. She got her PhD and all that. She's doing quite well.
PhD. Wow, that is awesome. That's the one who spit in your face?
No, that's the other one, the younger daughter. That's the one that did that. She's a problem, and
Mm.
she's still a problem. So
Wow,
basically,
that's unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna keep my, this is about your life, so I gotta be careful. I appreciate you sharing, but I guess we're looking. This is a great panel because there are situations. There's both two sides. There are situations when men come into families and they are already children there, and it's hard. It's hard to blend families. So, for whatever reason, it's not just always the children. Sometimes the men, they want the woman, so they say, "I really don't want these kids, but I want the woman." I'm not saying this man. So, sometimes men come in and they really just want the woman and they don't want to sign up to be the father to love the children. And it's tough because a lot of times the children are rebellious. They haven't had a man over them. So it's a good conversation to start. But there's always two sides. So I appreciate you sharing. Does someone want to address the gentleman's statements and what he shared?
Top been trying to talk.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody.
Seemed like Top been
What's up, man?
conversating for a minute.
Man, it was a lot of things said
Napah,
since I last talked, right?
Napah,
Man,
somebody
Sonetter,
should be
come
in
on
the
in.
back
Wait,
called
Sonetter, you can
Michael.
come on in. Come on in
What's
and
up,
hit the link,
Signetter?
Sonetter.
Big fan of
let's
you,
go,
man.
Sonetta.
Big
Hey,
fan of you,
son.
man.
Hey.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Sonetta.
he's gonna
Hey, man.
before he talks, I know what he's gonna do because we're gonna hear from a real man who comes in and I'm married to him. We have a blended family and he has stepchildren. So go ahead, Sonetter. What do you think about what this man just shared with us?
Somebody in the back, Napah, from me. Click him in. His name, Michael. Go ahead, son. I'm sorry.
I don't see
I
him
think
up
he
here.
dropped.
Is Sonetta up there? I don't think he's.
He dropped off.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
hear Son before I go. I want to hear Son
Man,
Okay,
I'm
show
well,
me
he's
telling you,
gonna
something.
come
I'm
back.
excited to hear
Go,
from Signetter.
Sonetta. Go, Sonetta.
I want to
Well,
say this is that it takes a lot of patience to deal with a child that's not yours.
Thanks.
it takes a lot of
especially
patience to deal with children that are yours. Okay,
That's
so
what,
let's just do that first. Don't do that. It takes a lot of patience to deal with children that are yours. But go ahead.
Yes, it does. And what happens is that they always gonna try you. My own children, especially when they get about
Yes.
18, 17, 18, they're gonna try you.
Thank
7
you.
years old trying to spit in your face. It's not your child. So you're probably like, I mean, if you're not used to something like that, you're like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You might be on something like, however you were conditioned to be like, okay, you need an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So I get where he probably was like, hold up,
Right.
No, but if I have a child spit in my face in grade school, this is the problem with all of us. Since I didn't really want to, but since you put it's on the table, this
Well,
is
I wasn't
me.
done. I wasn't done.
No, I know you're not. But if I have a child in grade school and I'm a man, I don't have to have everything in my being to hold back from punching the child in the face. What you should do if you're in a household with children and a woman has children, if they're not listening to you, leave. Don't marry her. Don't have babies with her. Because he's absolutely right. He deserves respect.
I agree.
So don't come into a household and be over a household and only treat your child good and have 4 other ones. What do you think's going to happen to them? They're going to turn out just like they turned out because they didn't get any love and they saw that another child got more love than they did. That's my opinion. But go ahead, Genesis, finish.
I'm going to say this is that, okay, sometimes you have some kids that are not going to be the best of the bunch. You might have a few that's going to be PhD. You might have one that's going to be a nurse, and you might have one that's going to be an a-hole. So we can't be up here like acting like that. Some kids is like just ain't gonna be the best of the best. So you know, in an early age, you could probably figure that out. Spit in the face.
Yeah, but I did ask him a
is
simple question. Genesis, Genesis,
I wasn't,
Genesis. No, don't know me. This
no.
is my channel, my show.
I
Don't
want
do
to
that. I don't
know,
know
but
you.
why are you?
Genesis, are you drunk? Are you drunk? Because I know this is your friend.
It doesn't have
Listen
nothing
to me.
being
Listen,
drunk.
I
Like,
could
that's
do this. I know what to
disrespectful.
do.
That's disrespectful,
Genesis.
bro.
No, you're disrespectful because I tried to
No.
come in and ask you a question and you're saying no. So let me ask her a question so she could just take a minute. Let me ask you a question, Genesis. When I asked this gentleman, did you love them? That's a simple question. She's getting emotional because he's one of her regulars. He's still here. See,
No, that's not
when I
it.
jump with Genesis, I can just Genesis.
plane.
You're drinking and you act like this when you're drinking. Can you hold on?
No,
Y'all give you the mic back. When I asked him,
Come on,
when I
get it out,
asked him,
Genesis.
when I asked him, do you love them?
Ew.
All you have to do is wait. I would have been finished. When I asked him, did you love them?
can't hear no
That's a
part.
simple question. That's a simple question. He didn't say he loved them. You're
Hello?
getting emotional because I'm jumping in. Yeah, I know you have the mic, but I'm running this panel. I'm giving you the mic back. What you're not going to do is bad enough that he came in and said basically that his stepchildren are all trash and his child is the best. He said, I told my son, don't be like those other children. He said that. Now, I wasn't going to do this. Now, you want to come in and apologize for men coming in not loving children? We have enough broken ass black men and black women that have men that want to lay up with women with kids and they don't want to be the father to the other children. That's that manosphere rhetoric about you don't want to be a stepfather. Now, I don't like children being abused. I wasn't going to speak on his life, but we know what's going on here. Now, you can come in here and apologize for him if you want, but I asked him a simple question. Do you love those children? And he basically said no, because he didn't come out and say, of course I do. Now, come on in here and you start apologizing for a grown man coming in, a grown man coming in. I control I have the controls, y'all. A grown man coming into a family, a grown man coming into a family and then telling us, blaming children. We got 4 against 1. Everybody's wrong. He came into that family. Yeah, we know children don't want to listen. But when you tell me you are a grown man and you had to hold everything in your being, hold back from punching a little girl in the face because she spit in your face. Why did she spit in your face? Because you just told me you had to hold back your entire being from punching her. Now, stop playing in my face. I'm turning up because Genesis is I wanted to jump in. And yes, I interrupted because Genesis, don't tell me about how children are this. And that's what's wrong with black people. Now we're blaming the kids because a man comes into a household of 4 children and he didn't like them in the first place. That's what I assessed. Okay. All right. Now I'll hand the mic back to you and I won't interrupt, but we've made it clear that you're apologizing for a man who didn't love the children, wanted to be with the mama, had a baby with the woman and didn't love the other 4. And luckily the 12-year-old was already through puberty. So she was already settled in. So I can't blame the mom. She must have done a good job because one of them came out to be a PhD. Now you can have the mic back.
Is there a reason you're
speaking? No, go ahead. Speak up, sir.
Yeah.
Or Genesis, I actually interrupted your friend. I don't like child abusers.
I didn't abuse any child. It's a matter of fact, I don't know. It's a short time that I had to spit out whatever I spit out, but it's a lot of details that I don't have a whole hour long to put a whole story together. And all
that was a lot of assumptions. That was a whole lot of assumptions, a crazy amount.
I don't remember saying I hated anybody. As a matter of fact,
I didn't say hate. I said, do you love them? And you didn't say yes. I said, did you love them? And you didn't say yes.
Why would I?
You didn't say yes.
Why would I marry somebody and hate their kids?
I didn't say hate. I said, do you love them? You never said yes.
You just said, I said they were trash. I didn't say they were trash.
You said you told your son, don't turn out to be like them. You said it was a nightmare.
I told him, look at what they're doing. You don't want to be abusive to your mother and talk badly to your mother
at 5 years old. You said when you got a call about the 5-year-old, you knew it was a problem, and that when they called about your
Exactly, because
son,
I've been going
and when
back
they
and
called
forth to
about your
school for a
son,
whole.
and when they called about your son, you said I knew it was their fault. You were biased.
You know
Okay,
what?
you failed those
You know
children.
Can
You
I
what?
failed
interject?
them.
You're doing a lot of mind reading, and you're
A
not
lot of
doing a lot of
mind
listening.
reading.
You know that you're
Can I
not doing a lot
interject?
of listening.
It's ideals, it's not facts.
You're doing a lot of over talking and overthinking. Because I'm
Go
right
ahead.
here.
You
You
have
can
the
ask me
mic.
all
Go
the
ahead. You
questions you
have the
talk
mic.
about.
Go ahead. You have the mic. Try to clean it up because you came in talking
It
about
ain't no
those
cleaning
children.
up. The facts
Yeah,
remain the facts.
I have a question for the brother.
Can I can I
The thing
interject?
about it is, he had issues the whole while before I even showed up on the scene. Only thing I was the person that was there, going back and forth, taking him to school and picking him up from school. And when he got suspended, I was the one there. They were calling me to the school. I was aware of what the problems was. I was dealing with it. And then I take offense to you thinking I'm thinking these kids are trash. Ain't nobody say no kids was trash, and I didn't say I hated the kids.
it
But
reflects her bias. It reflects her bias
Yeah,
that she
right.
hasn't spoke
Whatever.
about.
Can I interject? Can I
Yeah.
interject, Napah?
Yes, of course. And come on in.
Man, how y'all doing? Let me be the sponge to soak up the shit, right? So man, a lot was said before, when I last talked, a lot has been said. Um I wanna if I could get just a minute and a half, that'll be great. Just a minute and a half, I promise, or less. But it was a brother that who was talking to. All of this comes back to what Sister Dungqueesha said. As a man, when you're coming into a household with a lady who's been leading and she has kids already, how are you gonna step in all of a sudden and just take over? All of a sudden, you are the head. And she relinquish her power over to you when you're leading after she raised these kids until they 4 or 5 years old, up to 14 years old. So shout out to Dawn Quisha because she said that. And it's no way. Think about it. Man, and I'm probably I may be the youngest person on the panel. I just turned 30 years old this year.
I'm
And
26.
so you're 26.
Yes,
So
sir.
I've been a stepfather before myself at at the age of 23 years old, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it goes back to even when the power was mentioning just now, and I kind of agree with her. See, that goes back to what I said that, oh man, I don't want to speak on the brother, but you know, a lot of dudes, I'm not gonna speak on them. I'm gonna just say in a broad sense, a lot of dudes, okay, this lady has 3, 4 kids by 2, 3 different guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking like, okay, man, but I'm gonna go in here, man. I'm gonna just smash and get the hell out the door. See, I'm from a different generation. I was born in 1996, so I'm part of the YN generation. We gonna come straight out and say it. We ain't gonna sugarcoat this shit. We gonna come in. You want to go in there. You want to hit it. And the problem is where I differ personally is that I'm not going to see if I go into a household and I did this before. I'm speaking for experience. If that child, that 4 or 5 year old child, is running over his mother, I'm not going to correct that. I have no space to correct that. That ain't my son. That ain't my daughter. So if he want to run over his mama, that's his problem and her problem.
Nah.
So who am I as a man? And I know I'm going to get some flack for this.
You
I know
are.
I'm going to get some.
You
But
are.
I'm not going to be, I know, but I'm not going to be a man. These ain't my kids. And like the brother said, the minute I put my foot down and say, "Hey, don't talk to your mama like this," oh man, you ain't my daddy. God forbid if this kid is freaking 15 years old and he out in the hood. Him and his partner's finna jump me and switch my car up. Them niggas finna drill me. Niggas finna shoot my car up. Them niggas finna do damage to me, and ain't nothing she could do about it because the son done shot me in the head. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But trying to put my foot down and correct that ass. So what
Okay.
I do personally, I'm gonna let that little 5, 6 year old, 10-year-old kid run over his mama. If you got a problem, go haul at your baby daddy. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay,
So
brother.
I ain't gonna hand. I believe my hands off of that. But with my child, he ain't gonna run over his mama like and disrespect his mama like that. So I'm
Okay.
gonna leave it at that. Let me
Can I
catch my
just jump?
flack now.
Okay, Nepal, let me jump in. Can I jump in?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for the first guy that had the woman with the 4 kids, I will say for you to embrace her and her 4 kids, I'm gonna give you some props for that. Cause a
Yeah.
lot of
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
a lot of men wouldn't have
He
did
didn't
that.
embrace the kids. He said they were not good. He only
What?
focused on his one child. That
Okay,
causes
so it
more
could have
chaos.
devolved
No,
a little
Man,
he
that
later.
shit
no,
might
he
have
did
been
not
Wait,
set,
do that,
man. That
Napah.
shit all
Wait,
set.
real
Are
quick.
you drinking, Napah?
This is
oh,
No,
crazy.
you
Hold on,
told me
real
you
quick.
were drinking, and I
oh,
Yeah.
can't
So
kick you out
why in the hell would you bring up without I'm drinking some beer or whatever? Why the
because
hell is
you
that a
wouldn't
thing?
stop when
No,
I
no,
said
no.
stop and
Yeah,
Because
I'm
you
running the
being a little
panel like you're
rambunctious.
doing.
that was disrespectful,
You're
bro.
being
No,
disrespectful.
you
This is my show. Like
Yeah.
you
You
coming in
gotta
it
respect
again, I can
Napah.
kick you out forever. I'm not kicking you out forever. You're the one that said you were drinking
Let me
earlier. And I
let
can
me
tell because you're unruly. And she left on her own because she knows she can't just come in here acting wild when she starts getting drunk. I like her being on the panel, but when you start drinking too much, I'm running this show. Okay, and if I jump in, just how my friend Dungqueesha said, can't she? When I'm running the show, I don't have to. When I jump in and stop you, you should stop. It's my
Right.
show.
Right.
Okay, and I'm gonna hand it back to you. Now, like I said, I'm gonna let you have it back. I interrupted you, Dungqueesha, when I
that's
said
okay.
he wasn't embracing the children because I like to make shit clear. But I'm gonna
Okay,
hand it
so
back because I've seen this before in many families where a man comes in and doesn't like the kids. He marries the wife, and then he acts like he cares, and then he has his own child with her, and it's even more chaos. Because let me tell you why those kids are having problems. I'm gonna hand it back to Dunquisha because they are seeing that they're not loved as much as the other kid. I want to hear about 5 year olds getting having. Come on,
It's about
5 years
respect.
old. 5 years old, and I'm supposed to believe that this kid can't get any. He's just done. He's just damaged. Nobody can set him straight. Go ahead, Dunquisha.
okay, so I just still want to say for the brother that took on the woman with the 4 kids already, that's sort of something that a lot of black men wouldn't have done. And for you to take her in with her babies and try and make a family out of that situation. I'm not going into like what happened later on. I'm saying the mindset for you to do that, to say I'm going to love her with her 4. I think that that is a really, really, really good thing. Now, the man that said he was going to let the little 5, 6, 7, 8 year old do what he want to do, and he wasn't going to say anything, that I don't know. I can't see that the channel is small, so I don't know who said
His
that.
name's Top Boy. Top Boy.
Top who?
Top Boy.
Top boy. I want to say, to me, that is a cowardice mindset. A cowardice
Yeah.
mindset. So
Facts.
let me take you back to Africa. In Africa societies, a lot of the times, a village raised a child. And it doesn't matter if he had a father or not. You could still guide that child. You don't have to beat him. You don't have to do anything to hurt. But a stern, hey, little guy, I need you to sit down. We're going to do time out. You don't let a child just run amok and do whatever he wants to do. So I don't know like where you getting this from, where you would just let a child do what he want to do. It don't even have to be, you don't even have to be dating a person. When you see
Yeah.
a child that's going astray, it is the village.
That's
It's
how I am.
us. It's us, the village. So this individualized mindset to just say that, I think it's not a good thing. for you to have. I think that correction is needed for you.
Can I
Whether
jump in?
it